Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, don't you just love the Christmas season? Everyone is so full. Oh, no, put those candles closer together. They're too far.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone is so full of cheer and good wishes. There. Perfect, honey. Oh, no, those candles are too close together. Move them further apart.
Yes, ma'am.
They're terrific, terrific. Oh, honey. Oh, you look so beautiful. Really, you do.
Huh? Mrs. Marshall, is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I think I have everything I need right here. Oh, before I forget the telephone, take that with you. We don't need that.
Rena.
Honey, no arguments. I don't want to have any wake-up calls. I plan to be spending a lot of time in bed tonight. Oh, and also I don't want to have any wrong numbers at the worst possible time. No. And we are kissing business goodbye. So what possible reason do we have for a telephone, huh, darling?
I have to make a phone call. Have a nice night.
Honey, call who?
My answering service.
You are not important enough to have an answering service. Not yet, anyway. And besides, you heard what the waiter said. Have a nice time.
Yes. Yes, I heard him. That's what he said. Well, this is different.
Oh, yes. This place is different, all right. Different from that cold steel and the prison food you got, huh? Now, come on. Admit it.
Oh, I admit that. And I want to thank you for standing by me. You were one of the few. You and Wheeler and Sam.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Hey, honey, don't get weird on me now. After all, this is the Christmas spirit. And believe you me, honey, there's gonna be more than a lump of coal in your stocking tonight.
It's the season to be jolly.
It is the season for joy. It's the season for dreaming. Honey, tonight let's pretend that I'm your bride and you're my handsome groom. And that all of our dreams can come true.
I think one of mine is starting to.
Ooh. Ooh, honey, speaking of dreams come true, did I tell you that I got my final divorce decree this morning? I am a free woman.
Well, I'd hate to think I was paying for all this.
Justin Marshall, you didn't even have to bring the wine, but you do have to pour it because I am thirsty, damaged, and hungry.
Alan, you can give me the report on Elliot Carrington. I'll relay it to my uncle. Hello, Alan.
Hey, hello, Ryan. You there?
Yeah. Where are you calling from, anyway?
One of your old stomping grounds. Bangkok, city of 1,000 temples.
Uh-huh. Well, this is the dry season. You're not in mud up to your boot tops, right?
Yeah, right. But be glad you're not here now. These refugee camps, Ryan, I'm telling you, they're a nightmare. I've sifted through every one in Thailand. Each one's worse than the last.
You're looking for refugees, huh? Ones that came across the border with Elliot Carrington.
Yeah, I got wind there was another Westerner escaped about the same time as Carrington. Got it out of a guard at a refugee camp. Worked back the source up at Chotobini. You ever been there?
No, I haven't.
Well, don't bother. It's nothing but dirt roads and water buffalo and hooches half eaten up by the jungle. And a hospital. More flies than patients, but I found the guy.
Look, did he know Carrington? Is he American?
Well, he's not talking. He caught a slug in the head. Khmer Rouge must have figured he had it. Damn near did, too. The guy's still unconscious. Got him back here to Bangkok, got him some decent medical care. I think he's gonna make it.
Well, he was pretty lucky, huh?
Yeah, plenty. Look, Ryan, what do you want me to do with this guy? I mean, Mr. Wheeler asked me to hold him, but there's no telling when he's gonna come out of this. When he does, the first thing he's gonna want's a flight back home. Wherever home is. I mean, this guy could be English, American.
Look, if he comes to in the next 18 hours, tell him not to be moved. That wouldn't be lying, would it?
No. But what am I going to do after that? I can't keep him forever.
You won't have to. Looks like I'm going to get a chance to find out how much I've missed Southeast Asia.
You're not going to come here.
That's right, next flight.
This guy must be pretty important to you.
Well, he's important to Alex. And I'm going to find out why.
Can't you ask Alex? Okay, Ryan, no questions. I'll see you.
Yeah. I'll see you real soon.
Winter Wonderland, Paige Marshall speaking.
Paige, this is Ryan. Has Jenny come to the party yet?
Oh, Ryan, let me look just a minute. Nope, not yet, sorry.
Listen, as soon as she gets there, tell her to come to my office, will you?
Sure. Anything wrong, Ryan? I mean, you're not going to call off the party or anything.
No, the party's still on, but something's come up. Something very important.
Okay.
Well, I'm afraid I can't see any obvious signs of returning consciousness. Heartbeat, blood pressure, all vital activities still indicate coma.
But he had his eyes open. I saw it, Dr. Cook. So did Ricky.
That's right.
Did he talk, moan, anything like that?
No. But he was trying to. At least I think he was. There was just something about the look in his eyes.
You notice that, Ricky?
Well, I didn't see that, but I did see his eyes open.
Well, that's a good sign. I'd like to do an EEG on him, but that would mean leaving the suite.
That'd be a security risk.
Perhaps I should talk to Connor. I'll be
Yeah.
seeing him at a party later.
You better do that.
I have a little time. I think I'll spell you and stay around, see if I can spot anything.
Oh, but Dr. Cook...
Oh, wait a minute. Your relief will be along here shortly. What about you, Ricky?
Well, I've got a guard out there. I guess I can send him
Why don't
in.
you two go to dinner? Hmm? Come on. It's almost Christmas. Take a break. That's an order.
Just a minute. Coming. Hi, come on in. Dinner isn't quite ready yet, but have a glass of wine.
Why, thank you, Sam. You must have ESP or something.
Well, no.
I just came by to see if you'd made plans for dinner, but you're way ahead of me. What are you cooking, soup?
Bouillabaisse, but...
Smells delicious.
Well, Bart,
Actually, I wasn't expecting you.
Oh. You mean you wouldn't get out the good china, candles, and flowers for your dear old bro, huh? Oh, well. I'll just go to one of those fast food places all by myself.
All right. I'll make you a deal.
Name it.
You help me get everything ready by 8 o'clock, and you can have some samples.
Done. But it doesn't leave us much time.
All right, set the table. I'll chop the parsley. Oh, and you can have that glass of wine.
Sure you have enough?
Yep, he said he was going to bring some.
Happy tonight. Are you going to tell me who he is?
Justin Marshall.
Oh,
What's the matter?
nothing. I just thought he was in jail.
Not anymore. Justin's innocent. Another suspect was arrested, and that's why we're having this celebration dinner.
Oh. Well, that's good news, I guess.
You guess? What, did you want him to be guilty?
No, I don't know anything about it. I mean, I guess it's good that you're celebrating with him.
Bart, do you even know Justin?
Well, I've heard about him from Courtney. And I met him once with Rena.
Oh, yeah, Rena. She just can't let him go. He's an old flame from way back. Then Justin went to Europe. Rena got married.
You like that much garlic? It's delicious. It's wonderful.
Anyway, then Rena got married.
Well, they're both back in town now, and Rena isn't married anymore.
Don't remind me. Last time I saw Rena, she was whisking him out of KVIK like he was her property or something.
For good?
No, just for lunch.
Well, I hope he doesn't have a long lunch.
Huh, so do I.
I mean, I hope after all the effort you're going to, he's hungry enough to appreciate your bouillabaisse.
Well, if he isn't, I'm not in a hurry. We can sit around, have a couple glasses of wine, work up an appetite. Maybe he'll forget he ever had lunch.
Ooh.
Oh, this piece is so good.
Ooh,
Try it. Go on.
ooh,
So good.
okay.
Honey?
Hmm?
Um.
Um.
And now for the piece de resistance. Cherries, Jubilee, and the ice cream is in the fridge.
Oh.
What?
I don't want anything cold.
Some more fruit?
Warmer.
Coffee?
Is it 98.6?
No, there's only one thing here that is, besides you. Oh.
I need a honky-tonk angel to hold my life and keep me from slipping away.
slipping away. Now the smoke fills the air in this honky-tonk bar, and I'm thinking back where I'd rather be.
Listen, I don't have any right thinking anything about you, Ricky.
Yes, you do.
Hey, everybody! Happy holidays! Drinks and all that. My, don't we look bright and beautiful.
Even me, Aunt Paige?
Oh, especially you, darling.
See Mom's new dress?
I sure do. It's absolutely breathtaking. You look just lovely.
Thank you, thank you. Looks like the ones in the magazines at the drugstore.
Stephen!
All right, Stevie.
I know exactly the ladies you're talking about.
I think I do, too. Now, you come along with me, young man. You're embarrassing your mother.
Where does he get those ideas?
Oh, I think it comes with being male. You really look stunning, don't you?
Yeah, I'm stunned.
Next, why don't you go get yourself a drink? I want to talk to Jenny.
Oh, I don't want to drink right now.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, girl talk. Oh, wow. I want to get a drink. Right.
Paige, what is it? Has something happened to Ryan? Oh, no. He just told me he wanted to see you in his office. First thing when you came in. Well, did he say why? No, not really. But I must admit, amidst all of this holiday cheer, he did sound rather serious. Thanks. See you later.
Well, I'm going to start.
Hello. Come here, let me give you a proper greeting, all right? Wow, is that a new dress?
Mm-hmm. You like it?
Oh, I love it. That's every man's fantasy of the perfect woman, I think.
Like one of those dresses you'd see in the Slick magazine?
No, I never read those kind of magazines.
Well, Steve must. Right, you should have heard him downstairs. He told everybody that I looked like a woman from one of those girly magazines. I think Kate was scandalized.
Wow, that cowboy's starting young, huh?
Too young. I'm not even sure I'm equipped to handle that. He needs to have a man-to-man talk. Well, man-to-boy talk, whatever. Of course, you didn't call me up here to talk about sex. Or did you?
Wish I could say yes.
I know what it is. Some old girlfriend popped up in the past, and it's, sorry, Ginny, the engagement's off. It's all over.
Oh, I wish it was. No, something's come up. Something I have to tell you about, and I didn't want to break it in front of all those people, so...
So you lured me up into the office? Well, you certainly look grim. You know, if I didn't know you better, I'd say that you'd packed your bags and you were ready to leave town.
Jenny, I don't want to. It's something I have to do. You understand?
And you are leaving?
Look, let me explain.
What is this, another obligation like the one that you owed Princess Yasmin and Zadie?
Yes, it is, but this is a little closer to home.
Oh, where is it this time? California, New York, Mexico?
No, come on, I didn't mean that. It's Bangkok, Thailand.
You called that closer to home? I can't believe this. Ryan, why?
Please, Jenny, sit down and let me explain. As well as I can, all right?
Justin, tell me.
You're the most beautiful woman I've ever made love to. And I am the luckiest of men to have been in your arms.
But if it cost you so much, Jess. It cost you so very much to say I love you.
Yes.
Honey, have you ever loved anyone?
I loved my father. I love my family.
So does a child, sweetheart. Children grow up. They fall in love. They get married. They have children of their own.
Some do.
Yeah. And some never grow up, do they? Justin.
Mm-hmm.
I love you so much. I want you so much. Oh, honey, how I want you. You know what? I want to be able to... I want to be able to touch your hand, to reach out and hold you when I want
Raina,
to.
don't grab too hard. I won't be there.
Just...
I've never been good at being there. If I loved anyone, I'd love you. I already love the idea of you.
Honey, did you say the idea of me?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you that I've been loved in a lot of ways in my lifetime, but never as an idea.
And this is something new.
Yeah, it's unique, right? Why shouldn't be? After all, tonight is a what-if night, hmm? I tell you what. You love me any way you want tonight. But you just love me. Just love me.
All right, you're not gonna ring. That's all right. I can handle this. I'm a mature adult. No problem. Little salt, little pepper, need a little seasoning anyway. They're the best I've ever made. Now, all I need to complete the dinner is one rude, arrogant, rotten. Oh, sure, he's my great pal when I'm working to clear him. too late for me anyway. My job's the most important thing. I have a heavy day tomorrow. It's a good thing I'm not the kind of female that falls apart when you stood up. I'll get you for this. I swear I'll get you for this!
I hope you understand, Ginny. That's all I can tell you right now.
Well, that isn't very much, is it, Ryan? You suspect that you can learn more about Alex's murder and you have to go to Bangkok?
Look, if there's any other way... I have to do this myself. I have to check out anything that'll tell us who shot Alex.
Why can't you leave it up to the police or Interpol or something?
Are you kidding? In Southeast Asia, there's no way. Look, if whatever motivated Alex's murder started over there, I'm the only one who can uncover it.
And you're the only one who could save the Sheik. You're the only one who could save Princess Yasmin. I can't live like this, Ryan. You have this desire to save the world single-handedly?
Ginny, I love you. I want our life together. And I swear to you, I'll be back before our wedding. Now, I want you and I to go see our friends and tell all of them we're going to be married Christmas Eve. If you don't want it, we'll have to decide that. Now, right now.
Have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of champagne.
Thank you very much.
Such a pretty voice Elena has, don't you think, Dennis? Little untrained, a little weak in the high ranges, but very nice.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, she's got a heart, I'll give you that. The sentiment? Well, it would be an incredibly blue Christmas without you. Not to mention how absolutely indigo the...
Dennis,
how are you?
I'm fine. How's Dawn? I mean, I guess she's not going to make it tonight.
No, she's moping in New Orleans.
Dawn is spending the holidays with her mother's family, Dennis.
Well, then she won't be home for Christmas.
Ah! Home for Christmas, that's my cue. Come on, Dennis, we have some caroling to do.
Excuse me, Mrs. Moore.
Come on!
Come on! I can't sing.
Come on, Dennis.
No, I can't.
You're much too modest. Really, really. Anybody can. Hi, darling. How about I'll be home for Christmas, okay?
Dr. Cook?
Mrs. Marshall, I hope Ginny and Ryan don't
Listen,
mind
it was my idea to bring Kevin along. I think it's only appropriate. We have our own announcement today.
And what could that be?
Kevin and Rena's divorce is final.
Well, then I guess our understanding is at an end, Dr. Cook. I want to thank you for honoring it. Courtney, there is no reason now that you and Dr. Cook cannot see each other since he is no longer a married man. You'll be making your plans?
We already have, Mrs. Marshall. I've asked Courtney to marry me. She's consented. We hope we'll have your blessing.
You have my good wishes. And when will the wedding take place?
New Year's Day, Grandma.
Himself these days anyway. I can't hardly get hold of him anymore. I know. I bet you it's that pretty waitress over your place. Nita, that's the name.
Well, he
That's
used to be
right.
over there, but you know, I haven't seen Ricky in ages. He just doesn't
You
come
have?
around much anymore.
Hey, Stryker, excuse me, Maggie.
Oh, sure.
Hi. Oh, hi, man. I didn't know you were coming to this party. Well, here I am. Hey, where's that lovely daughter of yours anyway?
Well, I don't know right now, but if I find her, I'll tell you what I'm going to do to her.
Well, who's she chomping on now?
Same one she's been tromping on for 20 years, Vicky. Wouldn't you think she'd be able to get along with her mother, it being Christmas and all?
Yeah, I guess she's just not taken with a holiday spirit, is she?
Yeah, but I see you are.
Yeah, hey, listen, you come over here, let me find you a drink. You can tell me all the gruesome details.
Where's Mom? She's been gone a long time.
There she is.
Let's go sing Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland. Okay, Ryan. Oh, hi, Kevin.
Hi, big fella.
Hi.
Excuse me, Jenny. Ryan, may I have a word with you, please?
Sure. Why don't you and Steve go on? I'll be right with you.
Thank you, Jenny.
What is it, Kevin?
Looks like our patient's on the verge of recovering consciousness.
Oh, that's great.
Now, I don't want to run an EEG on him, but it would mean breaking security.
Nope.
Oh, just a minute, Ryan. It may be academic anyway. As you know, Iris called me. She's very suspicious about something. So I think we should tell Iris Alex is alive and then run the tests on Alex, okay?
No. Look,
Ryan,
I'm going to be gone on an emergency trip. I'll be gone just a few days. By then, security may not be necessary. Terry!
Okay, just a few days. Terry?
Thanks, man.
I'm off duty, boss. Aren't I?
Oh, just one business note, then. I'm going to Bangkok, Thailand right away. I haven't got time to explain. I want you to keep Iris occupied for the next few days and also arrange bail for Billy Joe Wright while I'm gone. I'll explain when I get back, all right?
Okay.
As we dream by the fire, today celebrate the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Okay, everybody. I want to thank you all for coming. Ryan and I have an announcement to make. We're getting married Christmas Eve.
How wonderful. Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Though we now are gay apparel. La 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 la. Joy means and news I carol. La 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 la.
Hey, what is this? Why the crying? Oh, it is something. Lena. Whatever else we've been to each other, we've always been honest. Come on, tell me. What is it?
I feel guilty. No, it's not what you think. I mean, it's not like that. I mean, I don't think that I've committed a crime or anything. I just feel like a little girl who's been very, very bad. And instead of being punished, somebody's given me the most wonderful gift in the whole world.
Well, I am. I am very good.
Yes, you're very good. Do you know that I'd almost forgotten what it felt like to be loved? I mean, even hypothetically. Even for just tonight, do you understand?
I've always understood you, Rena.
Oh, jeez. We have wasted so much time. Do you realize that? The bitchery, the chasing around. Honey.
It's the hunt, my dear. You can't have the catch without the chase.
I'm worn out with chasing around. I'm tired, Jess. Honey. Can't we just give up the steeplechase for a while and be nice to each other? That's all I really want.
Wouldn't change anything, Rena. Sooner or later, we'd be back to chasing our tails again. Tomorrow. Maybe the next day.
No.
You and that devious little mind, sooner or later, would cross us up.
Honey, you don't have to worry about that. You always outmaneuvered me, don't you remember that? You don't have to worry about the future. I mean it.
Why not? Let's stop all this chasing. And get caught for a while. Why not?
Honey, you won't regret it. Honestly, you won't. I promise. Just love me.
How dull, Rena.
Listen, you want to wind up in the headlines again? I can see it now. Newlyweds drown.
No, sub-headline. Drowned newlyweds. I put the cart before the horse.
Horse drowns too.
Oh, what a wonderful way to go.
Oh my gosh.
What?
We're not alone.
No, we're not.
There's a whole crowd of bystanders there. They're watching every move we make.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Honey, they're beautiful. Look at them. They're the beautiful people.
Yeah?
Justin.
Yeah?
Honey, we are beautiful, aren't we?
Yeah, sure. They're gorgeous, Raina, but they're not real. They're just reflections.
Oh, pooh. I see the real you. And you are beautiful.
Is that what you say? How long has it been since your eyes were checked?
I see someone brave. Someone strong. Handsome. 20/20 vision, honey.
Somebody who grew up and found out the world could be a pretty lonely place.
You're right. Can be. Except when the two of us are together. That is what we agreed last night now, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Well, I can. Now, you can just fight it all you want, but you know it too. Things, honey, are only really good for you and me when we're together.
Yes, Rena. Let's always stay together.
Ryan's not here. No, he was called away. He had to leave on a very sudden business trip.
A sudden trip? Where? Why?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Well, he should tell me. It's as much my business as his.
Well, Iris, I'm sure he would have, but like I said, it was very sudden. Middle of the night. Anyway, he does have the management responsibilities.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? For now.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I find Ryan a bit high-handed, that's all.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure right now. You know that.
Yes, of course.
Well, anyway, it's a good thing you did come in. Ryan left a message that you should complete the bail arrangements you wanted made for Billy Joe Wright yourself.
Well, I do want him to be given bail, but I don't know anything about the procedure. What do I do?
It's all right, Iris. Actually, the papers are all prepared. All you have to do is sign for authorization for the use of the cash from the World Oil Discretionary Fund.
Good. I know how to sign my name. Bring me the papers.
Coming right up.
Iris, my darling, now that I've found you again, I'll never leave you.
Okay, we have 1 for the courts and 2 for the company. All you have to do is just sign at the bottom of each page. Here, here, here.
Fine.
Thank you. Okay, I'll just find someone to run these down to the courthouse.
Thank you, Terry.
Honor. Dr. Kevin Cook, Gulf Coast Hospital. Shelley Lee, R.N. Authorization for payment from the discretionary fund. But these checks were made out long after Alex's death. Why am paying Kevin Cook off? For what? What could their scheme possibly be? Could Kevin have... No. But he could have let Alex die. So Ryan would take over World Oil. Yes, is Elliot Carrington there, please? On assignment? Oh, well, all right. Thank you. Well, I'll just have to follow up on this myself.
Oh, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so nice not to have to talk or explain yourself, beg for anything. Just have everything you want right beside you.
I'm at rest. For the first time in I don't know when. Thank you for this wonderful present. I'll never forget it.
I should hope not, honey. Justin,
Mm-hmm.
we could have good times like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want.
To be at rest. Oh. Tempting. You forget, Raina, I am not a man of leisure anymore. I am a working man. I have to make my own way in this world.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Well, it ain't easy, Toots.
Tough man in a tough world.
But I am not a member of the upper class anymore.
You know, I just knew that we're getting around to talking about this particular topic.
That means that's parliamentary order says that's old business. Which means it's none of our business. I mean, we came here to relax, didn't we?
I'm sure glad you know something about parliamentary procedure because it just so happens that I saved my best present for new business.
Raina. You've already given me too much already.
I know. Open it. Come on, open it.
You mean this is something better than you've already given me?
Will you open it, honey?
I can't imagine. What could... I get it. I get it. This is to keep you in line with.
Huh. You'll need a bigger hammer than that, honey. Come on.
Well, it's not something to float in my bathtub because my apartment just has a shower. I know. It's to keep Sam in line with.
I'll take care of that. Come on, honey, guess again. It's something a lot closer than that.
But that's close. Isn't it?
Oh, I can't stand this. I'm going to give you one little hint, okay? It goes with your new position at KVIK.
What new position?
Well, it was going to be vice president.
I bet Vicky liked that a lot.
You're right, she hated it. She's been so stubborn, so unreasonable that...
That what, Rena?
That we'll just might have to remove her from being president of KVIK. Justin Marshall, how would you like to be president of KVIK? Thought we'd stay for lunch at least.
I asked you to get dressed, Rena.
Honey, you're not even giving this a chance. It's so perfect. Justin, you are a natural leader, honey. Besides, they'll have a whole slew full of lawyers and accountants to deal with all the messy parts of running a business.
We're not questioning my competence. Forget about it. Don't try to run my life.
I've already had a little talk with Vicky about this.
Talk? Don't you mean arm-twisting session, Rena? What'd you do this time? More blackmail? Did you bring up any new dirt, Rena?
No, it's on the up and up this time. Look, didn't I tell you I was on the KVIK board of directors?
So?
So it just so happens that the KVIK board of directors are beginning to get concerned about Vicky's drinking problem, just like me. They're beginning to think that maybe she isn't up to the demands of her position anymore.
So I suppose you reluctantly decided to go along with them on that.
Justin, I gave her a chance, honey. I told her if she'd appoint you vice president, I'd defend her to the board of directors. But she's so stubborn, so... Well, I just had to offer a motion to remove her as president.
And has that already happened?
No, they're not going to vote on the motion until the next meeting this week. But, honey, that leaves a great big opening for the top position. Now, why shouldn't it be you? Why shouldn't it be Justin Marshall, president and chief executive officer of the entire Victory Network?
Get dressed, Rena.
Are you mad at me? You know, I don't understand you. Are you mad at me?
No.
You just tell me.
No. Because I don't think you're capable of knowing what you're doing, and I don't like your lousy little scheme. Now you get dressed.
Look who's on the high horse, huh? So you don't think I know what I'm doing? You sure knew what you were doing, Justin, when you got that job at KVIK. Didn't seem to bother you at all to use a little blackmail for a job. Didn't bother you at all, did it, Justin Marshall?
No. No, it didn't bother me then. But this is now. And I've learned a lot of things between then and now. I've learned about the kind of man I want to be. The kind of man that doesn't profit from your shafting your mother.
Honey, she's gonna lose her job anyway. It's not my doing, baby. Honey?
Get dressed, Rena. You're waiting in the car.
You are busy. I insist on
Iris,
talking to
you're
you.
wasting your time as well as mine. Now, I don't know what's gotten into you or what anyone else has said to you, but your suspicions, there's nothing to it at all. As I told you on the telephone, your questions are, well, they're completely groundless. I know you've been under great strain lately. I'm sure you're...
Look, don't play the concerned physician with me. My questions are groundless, you say?
Completely.
Oh, are they? Well, what about this, Kevin?
What about what? Why are you showing me the World Oil Company records?
Because of that, Dr. Cook. Because Ryan has been writing you and your hospital and some nurse named Shelley Lee large checks every week since Alex's death.
What do you want, Iris?
I want to know what's going on here and why Ryan has been paying you off. Is it for your silence? Is that it? Why is he paying you to keep silent? Or shall I have the police come and ask you why?
No, Iris, you're being hysterical.
That won't work. I know exactly what I'm doing. Why don't you tell me what you're doing?
Have you spoken to Ryan?
Ryan's gone. Maybe he's not coming back, Kevin. Maybe he's left you holding the bag.
Now, see here, Iris.
I see, all right. I see how strange it is that a famous heart surgeon should perform a routine autopsy. Why, Kevin? What was so incriminating about Alex's death? Who did it incriminate? Are you covering up evidence about who murdered my husband? Is that it? Or did you help Ryan finish the job so he could inherit his uncle's estate?
Iris, these checks.
Yes, what
I
about these
supply the
checks?
service to Ryan, yes. But as you know, medical service is highly confidential by nature. So if you want your questions answered, I'm afraid you're going to have to ask Ryan.
I told you Ryan has left the country.
Then you're just going to have to wait until he returns.
That's not fair. Now, I'll let you do it just this once, and that's it. Let's go on and see if we can grab a seat in the back there.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
You mind if I... Maggie, maybe she can get us something to eat. All right, yeah, put that over there. Won't be enough room for us to sit down. All right there. I'll see if I can get find it. Yo, Maggie!
Hey, Max.
Yeah?
You?
Yeah!
Max?
Hey, man,
today?
this is you.
2 days in a row in town. Seems like every time I turn around, I run into my country cousins again.
Well, I tell you, as soon as this Christmas season is past, you won't catch me inside the city limits again. And remind me to have my head examined if you do.
I see you've been doing a little bit of last-minute shopping.
Oh, yeah, we just about bought out the whole store.
Mine mostly. I don't think Max is too happy about leaving the ranch. He had a new folder. Oh.
Oh, are you kidding? You'd rather a few people I'd rather be with than a horse.
Maybe.
How's that for a gentleman remark?
I had to stop by for some refueling before I got there and face those crowds again. I tell you, those people out there, they're crazy. I mean, they're pushing and shoving and grabbing for those bangles and jangles like they were things that folks actually needed to survive. I don't know, it's all just too much for me.
Well, honey, sit down. Now, come on. Y'all both sit down.
All right.
And I bet you that I can find the perfect thing in my kitchen to revive a couple of hungry and exhausted Christmas shoppers.
Didn't I tell you, Maggie's got the cure for whatever ails you.
Nobody had to tell me that.
Oh, Jenny, listen, that party last night was lovely. It was just lovely. I looked for you and Ryan afterwards because I wanted to come and wish you all the blessings in the world, but couldn't find you at the end of the party. I expect the two of you ducked out to be by yourselves, huh? Couldn't blame you for that. Anyway, I want to wish you all blessings. Okay?
Oh, thanks, Maggie. Thank you so much. Really.
Now, let me go see what I can find to lead you to, huh?
Yeah, maybe make it a lot of it, whatever it is.
You hear? Of course I will.
It was kind of strange, you know?
What?
Oh, well, what Maggie said about you and Ryan cutting out so early from your own party without saying a word to anyone.
Oh, miss, my name's Ryan Connor. Sorry for coming here in the middle of the night. I just got off the plane from the United States. Is Alan Greenwood around?
Yes, Mr. Greenwood is expecting you.
Great.
Excuse me, I got him for you?
Wait a minute. Is this the man Mr. Greenwood found?
Yes, he was very ill. But better now. Mr. Greenwood says he was in Chantabuni.
And what's his condition?
Well, I gave him a sedative to help him fall asleep. He has trouble. Dreams. Terrible.
I'm the head nurse on this floor, Mrs. Charlin. You asked to see me?
Yes, well, I'm somewhat at a loss. You see, I requested that Shelley Lee be paged, but I was told that was impossible.
Shelley Lee?
Yes, I'm her aunt, and it's very important that I speak to her about her mother's condition. Could you help me?
Well, I know who Shelley is, but she's not on our staff, Mrs.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sorry to have troubled you. I was sure Shelley worked at Gulf Coast. It must be some other hospital. I'll just have to call around and see if I can find her. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, wait, yes, of course. She's here on private duty. Well, I remember I saw her in the cafeteria last week.
Private duty? You mean she has a private patient?
Yes, now you wait right here and I'll have her called and tell her when you are.
Thank you.
Well,
Oh, thanks.
as soon as I get all the cause of my troubles and worries, which is namely Elena and Ricky, we're grown up and married, and, well, anything is possible.
Either of them have plans like that?
What, get hitched? No. Well, Elena, she's got a pretty big crush on Jenny's little brother, Jeff. Boy, she has a crush. But, no, she's too young for that to turn into wedding bells. For which I am glad. And nothing personal against your kin now, it's just that she's too young.
And what about Ricky?
What about Ricky? Oh, she's gonna get married. No, not unless you know something I don't.
Oh, no, I don't know anything. He was by here the other night with a real pretty-looking girl. But he said they were just working together. Well, you folks enjoy your lunch. Excuse me.
Right. Why is it that I feel so pumped dry? Do you suppose there was some kind of motive in back of all those questions about my baby brother?
A feeling.
I wonder.
Hey, now, Sugar Bumps, you busy tonight? What's wrong with you? You look like you just saw a ghost.
What are you doing here?
Don't worry, I didn't break jail or nothing. There ain't no dogs tracking me either. I've been bailed, honey. I've been bailed. Of course, I know it's no surprise to you. I mean, you're the one who set it up with that Wheeler dame for me, you know? I just came by to thank my sweetie, that's all.
You don't have to thank me, Billy Joe.
No, nothing. I mean, really, honey, I'm going to tell you, I really appreciate things now, and I'm going to tell you every time I do. I've changed. And that's the gospel truth, Nita. Really, I'm a new man. I feel great inside, and I want to tell you about it.
That's good, Billy Joe. That's real
But nothing.
good.
I mean, the world's our oyster now, honey. I mean, I learned my lesson and then some. And I'm telling you right now, honey, you and me, we can get our lives back together again, starting right now.
But you shouldn't have come to Maggie's. I mean, don't you remember? You took a kitchen knife to Maggie's throat. I mean, she's gonna kill you if she sees you here.
You're worried about me, huh? It's real nice, honey. Tell you what, you get out of this silly apron, you come stay with me, okay?
Stay with you?
Yeah, my trailer.
No, Billy Joe.
I don't want to hear that word. I don't want to hear that word. You promised me. You said you'd be my wife again. You said if I'd surrender myself and let those pigs lock me up, and that was real hard, Nita. It was really hard. You said if I did that, if I got clear of those murder charges, you said you'd be my wife again. I'm holding you to your promise, girl. I'm gonna make you promise. I mean it this time, really. Listen to me. I'll make you promise you will never regret it. I swear you won't, Nita. I swear.
Oh, Mrs. Charlin, excuse me.
Shelley, good. You got my message.
Yeah, I got the message, but I don't see my aunt. This is the waiting room where I was supposed to meet her, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Well, I wonder what could have happened to her. Well, she must have just got tired and left.
What about my mother's arthritis exactly? Did she say?
No. Was that the condition she was talking about?
She said condition.
Mrs. Charlin, what did this woman look like?
Your aunt? Oh, very pretty.
No, I mean height, color of hair, you know.
Don't you know?
I know what my Aunt Carolyn looks like. What did the woman you talked to look like?
Well, let's see. I guess I'd say she was early 40s, slight build, blonde ringlets. Pretty, like I said.
I only have one aunt living, and she's nearly 60. Excuse me.
Code 9, 4 west. Code 9, 4 west.
Look, Billy Joe, I just can't up and leave right now. I am working.
Hey, now, I am too. I got me a job, or I will have one real soon.
Oh, well, yeah, I got one now. And I want to keep it, what with the baby coming and all. I just can't leave in the middle of my shift. Besides, I wouldn't do that to Maggie.
You can too quit your job. I want you to.
Billy Joe, what are you talking about?
Look, I know I ain't been a championship provider up till now. I know that, but things are going to change. I mean, from now on, you can quit your drudging around for tips. I'll take care of you, honey, really.
You know how many times I've heard that, Billy Joe? Do you know how many times I've heard that? It's just a sure sign you don't have your 2 feet on the ground.
No, Anita, really. The whole future's opened up before my eyes. I can see it, man. I can almost even touch it. Baby, I want to take care of you. I really do, honey. I want to make up for all the hard times I ever caused you. You got to quit this place, man. I just want you to kiss this place off for me, huh? Will you? I mean, I don't want my wife to go running around serving up slop or anything to these redneck leches anymore. Not the rest of your natural-born days, honey. You're going to have a son to raise. I want you to be a full-time mama.
All right, just slow down, Billy Joe. Now, we both know it's possible you could go back to jail, right? Now, I don't want a chance getting rid of my job just to please you. Am I wrong?
If you're thinking about that silly murder charge, yes, you're wrong. Forget about that, honey. I'm innocent. I've been framed. Even Mrs. Wheeler knows that I'm innocent. She knows I didn't do it. She knows that Justin Marshall was the one who killed her husband. Thanks to you for sticking by me.
I just did what I thought was right.
Anita, honey. I love you so much. You know that, girl? I really love you. All the things you've done for me. All this trouble, man, just makes me realize how you've really taken care of me and how you stuck by me. What a great wife you are to me. That's what I know. How many men are lucky enough, honey? How many men are lucky enough to have a wife that stick by him through what you stuck by with me? I'll tell you, honey, when all the world didn't even believe me, you believed in me. More than anybody else, you believed me. You were the only one. I'll tell you something, Nita. I knew a lot of cons in prison. A lot. Weren't but a handful of them that had a wife who stay on the outside waiting for him, keeping herself for him like you did for me.
That is just ancient history,
No, it ain't,
Billy
honey.
Joe.
No, it ain't. No. Honey, I know I've been bad. I've done bad by you in the past, but never again. I swear it, Nita. I'll swear it every day of my life. That's what it's going to take to make you believe in me. Honey, I'll never cause you another moment of grief. I'll never cause you another moment of pain. Honey, really, I swear, Nita. I swear, Nita.
No, Billy Joe, not in front of the customers.
I understand. Let's come by my trailer then, huh? After you get off work, how about that?
Well, I gotta work here. Okay, all right, I'll be there. I'll come. But after work. Now, you just get out of here. Come on, go ahead. I'll be there as soon as I can get off.
You are fantastic, and I'm going to appreciate you from now on. Really.
Go ahead, go.
Code 9, 3 south. Code 9, 3 south.
Which room? Lost her. Oh.
Yes?
Excuse me, I guess I have the wrong room. Well, I'll wait, that's all. Sooner or later she'll come back out and I'll find out what she did to earn all that money.
So, what's up? Some kind of family problem with your aunt?
Yeah, it's a family problem, but it's not with my family exactly.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, Ricky, it's not my aunt, and whoever the woman is, she's not even down there.
Well, if it wasn't your aunt, then who was it?
I don't have any idea. The head nurse did give me a description, though. She said it was a woman in her early 40s, small, blonde ringlet. What? Do you know her?
Oh, I'm afraid I do.
Who is it?
Well, I can't say right now, but I better make a phone call.
World Oil, Terry Decker speaking.
Terry, this is Ricky. Let me talk to Ryan. It's urgent.
Well, I can't. He left the country.
Left the country? Well, when's he coming back? I gotta talk to him.
Can I help?
No. When will he be back?
Oh, he didn't say exactly. Soon, though. That's what he told me.
Okay, Terry, thank you. Bye. Look, I better check the hallway and the waiting room, see if our mysterious visitor is still out there.
Okay.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
What are you doing here?
No! Oh, God.
Good morning.
Who are you? Are they gone?
No.
I don't know you. Do I?
No.
I don't understand. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to ask you some questions when you woke up.
Questions? This is as awake as I get, buddy. Questions? No. I gave all my answers a long time ago.
Just a few more, please.
All I want is out of here. Go home.
I know that's being arranged. You'll be on your way back home very soon. I just want to ask you a few more questions.
Home. Home to see my wife, my baby. Got a picture. You want to see? The cutest little baby in the... They took that picture away. They tore it up a long time ago. Tore it up in my face.
How long ago?
How long? What year is it again?
It's 1980.
1980? Then, 5 years ago.
Ryan?
Hello, Alan.
Morning.
Look, you get some rest, and we'll talk later. Well, good to see you, Alan. I'm sorry to roust you in the middle of the night. Guess I was in such a hurry, I forgot all about the time difference, didn't I?
Doesn't matter. Good to see you, Ryan.
Whew. Boy, I feel just about as disjointed as our friend over there. Wow. Do you realize that it is 3 hours earlier than it was when I was in the Houston airport? It's like traveling backwards, right?
That's what it's like, all right, time travel.
Our friend is in pretty bad shape, isn't he?
Yeah. He must have started off with a constitution like an ox.
Look, have you been able to ask him any questions?
Nah, not much.
Well, has he said anything about Carrington?
Oh, he could have said something, but he hasn't. They say that he was definitely in the same camp as Carrington.
That's definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Except by the time I got to him at Chotabini, he didn't remember much.
Well, he's got a head wound.
Yeah, well, maybe some of his memory will come back as the wound heals. Doctors wouldn't even take a guess on that. In fact, they're pretty proud of themselves that he didn't die.
You say he did answer some questions, though, right?
Nah, nothing much, really. Only thing I ever got out of him made any sense at all is he wanted to go home. Poor guy.
Yeah. Well, I'll be talking to him later. He's the only one who knows what really happened back there.
You don't believe that Carrington story, huh?
No. It's too convenient. How come everyone got shot except him, and he's the only one who escaped? No, it just sounds fishy.
Well, I agree. There was a rumor going around about that.
What rumor?
Oh, nothing confirmed yet, but the story is that Carrington sold out. Bought his freedom by betraying the escape attempt. Of course, as you say, yeah. Nobody knows anything really except that poor devil over there.
What's his name, do you know?
Oh, yeah, now that much he's real clear about. You know, it's sort of a coincidence.
What?
Well, he's from over around your way.
Boston?
Oh, around Houston. His name's Barrett Marshall.
Go in there.
Why can't I?
Orders.
Whose orders?
Ryan Connor.
Oh, that is the last straw. I was right about him. I knew it. Now get out of my way.
I can't.
Look, either I go into that room or I go straight to the police.
Iris, no. You don't know what you're doing.
Look, I am going in there. Orders or no orders. Get your hands off of me, Ricky. I'm going into that room.
Dr. Walker, 9-6. Dr. Walker, 9-6.
I'm Iris Wheeler. If you're Shelley Lee, I have some questions to ask you.
Yes, I'm Shelley Lee.
Well, then perhaps you'll be good enough to explain what World Oil Corporation has been paying you to do.
World Oil?
Look, Miss Lee, I won't be put off any longer. Why has Ryan Connor been paying you? What service are you performing for him?
Well, I've been nursing Mr. Wesley. Oh. My God. Alex. Alex. You're alive. Alex. You're alive. Oh.
You're at Marshall, huh? I know he was in that camp. You're sure, huh? There's no mistake, right?
No, it's a positive. He checks out all the way back. I wanted to be sure before I let the press or the family know.
Yeah.
Well, you look like you saw a ghost, Ryan.
No. I'd sure settle for a ghost, though.
How's that?
I guess it's just that strange feeling you get when you look at a life that everyone thought had ended.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I get that same feeling every time we get one of these guys back. It's like witnessing a rebirth. Sort of like a dream.
A dream. One dream being reborn, one dream dying.
grew, I never stopped feeling as though you weren't really gone. And now I know why. I love you so much. I felt so barren without your touch and your voice. Oh, Alex. Alex? What's wrong with him? Why doesn't he answer me?
Perhaps the doctor.
What have you done to my husband?
Mrs. Wheeler, all we've done is try to take the best possible care of your husband. You see, the medical explanation should come from his doctor.
His doctor?
Yes, Dr. Cook. He's been watching your husband very carefully. See, he's still in critical condition.
Kevin? Kevin has been covering up something for Ryan, but what? What has he done to Alex? Oh, my God, you've drugged him.
Oh, no, Mrs.
You've
Wheeler.
drugged him. Kevin is keeping him here like this so Ryan can take over World Oil. That's it, isn't it? This is some terrible conspiracy, and you're all plotting to destroy Alex. Well, you won't get away with it. You won't. You'll have to kill me first.
Now, listen, please. Mr. Wheeler, he's in a coma.
A coma?
Yes, you see, ever since...
No, I don't believe you.
Mrs. Wheeler, you can see for yourself.
No. Now, listen, Kevin is a very clever doctor. He could make it look as if Alex were in a coma, but no, it couldn't be, or I would have been told. Why was I told that he died during his surgery? No, there's something terribly wrong here. You're not telling me the truth. Both of you, you're lying to me. You're still covering up for Ryan.
No, Mrs. Wheeler.
I'm going to go now.
Don't, please.
Yes, I have to. I have to find another doctor to examine Alex. Now, if you've told me the truth, you can't be afraid of that.
Look, why don't you just stay? Stay with Alex.
No. You're going to kill him. I have to find a doctor to save him.
No, I'm sorry, but I can't let you.
But I have to. You see, his life depends on it. I have to save his life.
Please, Mrs. Wheeler, you got what you wanted.
No. I want my husband back. I don't have him back. He's your prisoner. Oh, Ricky. Ricky, I know you're a good boy. Now, you don't want to hurt Alex. Kevin has been deluding you, that's all, just as he's been lying to me. But now you know the truth. You have to help me now. You will help me. Won't you? We'll get another doctor for Alex. I know. I'll call someone.
No, I'm sorry.
What are you doing, Ricky?
I'm doing what I have to do. Now, Ryan wants him here, where nobody else knows about him. He wants him safe.
You mean where it's safe for Ryan to have him locked up and drugged?
No, you've got it all wrong. That's not what he wants to do at all. He wants to protect Alex from whoever it is who wants him dead.
Well, then let me see Ryan. Let me talk to him.
I'm sorry, but Ryan's out of the country just now. I wish he wasn't too, but he is. There's nothing we can do about it. Now, until I get orders that say something different, I'm going to have to follow what he told me. When he gets back here, he can make his own decision about what to do. But meanwhile, nobody's leaving this room until Ryan okays it.
Well, Jed, I'll be going over your chart downstairs.
Oh, nurse told me that I might be able to get out of here today.
Well, I don't see any reason not to release you. Anybody looking at your chart wouldn't be able to tell you had open heart surgery.
Good. That's terrific. I want to thank you. What you did, huh?
Oh, it's nothing. No put down intended, but your operation was routine.
That's good. That's good. I mean, what you're saying is I probably maybe didn't even need surgery.
No. You needed it all right. Courtney's diagnosis was quite correct. If you hadn't had the operation, you'd have been a semi-cripple in a few years.
Well, before Courtney got interested in me, my case, I don't think I really would have cared.
Yes, well, then you're lucky you found the right doctor. Someone picking you up?
My sisters. Listen, I'd like to thank Courtney, too. Would you send her around?
I happen to know she's busy at the moment.
Well, I thought I was the only patient that she had.
Oh, that's true, but she does have other things to do.
What's she doing?
As a matter of fact, she's in the library at the moment doing some research for me.
Well, isn't that kind of wasting a real good surgeon?
Well, it's only temporary. Besides, I'm not about to interrupt her so an neurotic patient can get a chance to...
Wait a minute. Now, what's that supposed to mean?
It means you're a real case, Jeb.
Just because I happen to want to see Courtney and thank her?
I'm sorry. Jeb, it's very common for a patient to develop emotional bonds with his doctor. You know that. However, when the patient is well, the healthiest thing you can do is sever those bonds. Why don't you get your relationship with Courtney into the right perspective?
Maybe it's your relationship with Courtney that needs a new perspective.
Sam, is it too early to say Merry Christmas?
Do you actually think you can buy me off with a dime store plant? Who do you think you are? The great Justin Marshall. Too good to be concerned with clocks or courtesy.
Sam, just let me explain.
I never expected the great Justin Marshall to be on time for work. Oh, no, no, no. That would be too much to expect. But I at least thought that he would be on time for dinner. On time? Ha! What am I talking about? You didn't even show up. Bet you thought that was cute, huh? There I was, cooking a wonderful dinner for you. I felt so sorry for you, eating that jailhouse food. I wanted you to have one good meal. Well, let me tell you something, Buster.
Sam, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I missed your dinner. It's just that, well, I tried to call.
Liar.
No, honestly, I did. I missed you. You must have left the studio early.
To shop for dinner. I have a phone, though, Justin. I'm sure you don't have my number memorized. But you could have gotten it from information. So don't give me one of those lines about trying to call.
Sam, the truth is, I was called out of town. If it was possible for me to be there, I swear I would have been there. I didn't want to miss your dinner. Sam, it couldn't be helped.
Couldn't be helped?
I just saw Vicky. She said I could take my old job back. But I just wanted to make peace with you. How about it?
You missed a really good dinner.
Oh, sure I did. We'll just have to reschedule it some other time, okay? I'm sure the next time it'll be better than,
Better than what?
Well, a lot of things have gotten clearer to me lately. I suppose you could say I've closed a door on my life.
Oh, yeah? Your old life? Ah. You no good.
What now?
Did that door happen to have Rena's name on it?
her. She insisted that I go.
Of all the incredible nerve!
She insisted on taking me to lunch, and then the time passed, and that became dinner, and... Sam, it was just a last hurrah.
A last hurrah! Oh! Oh, I just can't imagine what a last hurrah with Rita was like. Get out! Right now, get out! Don't come back!
But I work here.
What if you value your life? You don't get out.
Daddy, you were right.
Where have you been?
I should have listened to you.
Well, amen to that, but where have you been?
That Justin Marshall. Oh, he is just what you said he is. He is a miserable idiot. He is a coward. He's a... Oh,
I don't remember ever calling the boy a coward.
Well, you don't know everything.
Well, now that we're back to normal, what exactly has it made you revise your opinion?
Honey, I hate him. I really hate him.
I doubt that.
You know, I have tried every way I know how to show him that I care for him, just like I did 10 years ago. But that doesn't mean anything to him.
Well, honey, that's not your fault. 10 years can work a lot of change in a person.
No, not in me. Come to think of it, not in Justin Marshall either. When you get right down to it, Justin's acting just like he did 10 years ago. He's all nice and loving until we hit our first little bump, and then bang, he closes the door. I mean, sometimes I think he'd really rather drink muddy water and sleep in a hollow log than do what I want him to do.
Oh, no.
But don't you laugh at me, Daddy. It's not funny. I mean, it's spiteful. It's unforgivable.
Rena, baby, just because he doesn't want to play Simon Says in your backyard, that does not mean that he doesn't care for you.
Well, it means that I'm through trying to break my neck so I can help him out. I mean, if he wants to remain a grunt reporter who gets shot at and blown away every other week, that's just fine with me. I'm not going to lift another finger to help that miserable, ungrateful wretch. I mean, it's just too much heartache, you know what I mean?
You know, I am just beginning to get the picture.
Well, I hope he gets the picture because I'm through helping him out.
Rena, this help that you're trying to give to Justin... it's sort of involved with your new position on the board of directors at KVIK, isn't it? That and the little move you just made against your mother.
I heard about that already.
Oh, yes, I heard the whole story. Poor Vicky was so upset that after that meeting, she...
Yeah, she drowned her sorrows in an ocean of booze, I bet. No, she pickled them.
Sam took her home after the meeting. Vicky called me.
She's calling little old Stryker because she's in trouble. I mean, that's a lot of nerve,
Now,
you
listen,
know?
I don't mind her calling me for help.
What did she ever do to help you? Daddy, you have got to stop that.
Rena, we're not going to talk about the past now. You understand me? That's one door I slammed when I walked out of that hospital with this new heart of mine.
Yes, sir.
But what Vicky told me was true. You actually raised a motion at that meeting to have your mother removed from the presidency of her own company.
Daddy, with her drinking problems, someone had to make a motion to get rid of her. You don't have to worry about it. No problems. I'm through with that messy situation.
Oh, you are, right?
Yes, I am. I mean, all I wanted out of it was Justin's promotion. It didn't start out as a vendetta against Vicky. When Justin got on his high horse and kissed off the promotion before I even had a chance to swing it for him, well, I just washed my hands.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact. So you can have your proxy back. You can ride into that board meeting next week and you can save Vicky's hide. I don't care. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Queen Victoria can run that silly network of hers until she ruins it. You Just tell me what I've got to sign to give you your proxy back.
You don't. No way. Because I don't want it back.
Hiya, champ. Ready to go home for Christmas?
Hi, Jenny.
Come on now. Is that the way plum pudding and roast goose makes you feel?
I heard there's a train pulling out of here. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. All the way home to Christmas.
Well, I'd like to be on it. That's, if you want me back.
Well, if she doesn't, I sure do.
Well, the gang's all... I was expecting a singing telegram from you or something.
Well, I'm saving it for you. I have a medley waiting for you. Nope. An album waiting for you.
Did Max come up?
Max. Max, he's downstairs and he's double parked and he told me to tell you to hurry, so come on.
Well, just a second. I want to say goodbye to my doctor and thank him.
Jed, Max is double parked.
Well, it's just going to... Look, why don't you go down and tell Max to circle the block, okay?
Hey, who do you want to say goodbye to anyway? Dr. Cook or Courtney?
I already said goodbye to Dr. Cook. I want to say goodbye to Courtney. Jenny, you don't mind, do you?
No. Well, the reason why you haven't seen her is probably because she is busy making her wedding plans. Or didn't you hear? Courtney and her Dr. Cook are planning to be married on New Year's Day.
No, I didn't hear anything about that. Everything in this town happens so fast.
Sure does. I mean, Ginny's getting married on Christmas Eve, and then the week after that, Courtney's getting married. If things keep up, it's going to look like I am going to be the only eligible girl around. Right?
Lena, you have a lot of work to do.
I know. But I'm excited. This is going to be a great year coming up.
Could be.
I hope it is for all of us.
The prison camp he was in was filled with Asiatics mostly. Probably no more than a handful of Americans. And we had that much intelligence when I was still in the field. Then we picked up on the fact that there had been an escape attempt, probably betrayed, but that's all we knew. Until Marshall made it out, that's all we had, just a rumor.
How'd you find him anyway?
Well, he was a legend in the jungle at first. Now, personally, I didn't believe there was such a man. Figured if he existed at all, he was just a skull on a bamboo stick. He wasn't much more than that when we did find him. Man, he was in sorry shape, just shot all to pieces. Head wounds, leg wounds, body wounds. Got all that in the escape. Must have looked so bad, those animals left him for dead.
But he didn't die, did he?
No. From what I hear, the legend's getting stronger every day. Yeah, this is one legend that's gonna live. I hope it shakes those guys up, too. Knowing they've got an enemy that's so strong he just won't die.
Ellen, look, tell me, how did he make it out, huh?
Oh, yeah, you asked me that before, didn't you?
Right.
Well, some villagers found him. Gutsy people, let me tell you.
I know I met quite a few. Tell me, come on.
Well, he was lucky. They hid him out, patched him up so he wouldn't bleed to death. Then somehow they got him across the border. Now, we've done what we could for him here. As you see, he's responding. Doesn't look like any more than about half dead now. Ryan, it makes me feel good to see a guy like this make it.
I know he deserves it. Nobody ever deserved it more, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can say that again. Hey, you want me to wake him up? Maybe he's ready for your questions now. I gotta tell you, though, he's not likely to remember much. He keeps forgetting what he does remember. Must be that head wound. Maybe after a while, you know, later on.
Yeah, when he's home, right?
Yeah.
Once he's back home again.
Hey, you ready to talk to him?
No, Alan, look, I want you to do me a favor. Take him to the American Embassy when they open this morning, all right?
Yeah, sure. I would have already done that, except I thought you wanted to ask him some questions. Don't you?
No, look, it's more important that we get him to the embassy. And pull whatever strings you can, but I want you to get him home as soon as possible. It's important that you get him home, all right?
Yeah, that's right, but your questions.
They can wait. We'll see each other in Houston. I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney. Come on in. Join the party.
Okay, I see you had your escape all planned.
No, these two girls were trying to kidnap me, and you just came and rescued me.
Oh, it looks like I just rescued the hospital from a case of incomplete records.
I already took care of his medical release.
Oh, wait a minute. And you think you're the one that's being babied all the time.
Elena, do me a favor and check the nightstand, did you?
You have been known to walk out before seeing to all the formalities.
Well, I feel certified now. I feel ready to face the world.
Right. But do me a favor. Just take it easy at first.
Yeah, I just want to chop down a Christmas tree, that's all.
We'll make it a small one. Jeb, you're as well a man as medicine can make you, but...
No, wait. Oh, no. Medicine had nothing to do with it. You're the one that fixed me up.
But you're going to need a lot of rest, and you're going to need some exercises to build your strength back up. And by the way, on that subject, I have some booklets and things I want to show you.
Hold on, just a minute. No. You're not going to send pamphlets out there at the ranch to me. I need personal attention from my doctor.
What? I have to nurse you, too?
Yeah, that's what you have to. What are you so surprised about? Now, you promised me.
I promised you that your heart condition could be cleared up with a little surgery.
A little surgery. Would you like to look at my scar?
I've seen them.
Oh, yeah? Besides, remember you said that you were going to be my drill sergeant, right? And you were going to whip me back into shape when all of this mess here was over with. Now, what about that?
I said that?
You said that.
Well, I might have said that at one time, but I...
But no. There's no buts about it. You're coming out with us.
Jeb, I can't come out to the ranch. I have a million things to do here in town. I can't just
Courtney,
run off.
Wait just a second. Now, come on. Everybody knows that I'm your only patient.
Okay. All right, I'll follow you out to the ranch in my car.
Good.
Will that do it?
Could I ride with you?
No, you cannot ride with me. I have something for you to ride out in the hallway. In fact, it's a little surprise I have for you. I think you'll just be so thrilled.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I can't believe that you're going to stick me in one of these things. No, goodbye.
Hospital rules.
I don't care what the hospital says. Now, I have got 2 good feet. Now, I'm going to walk out with them. I'm not going to be an invalid.
We already agreed. Suit yourself, Jim. You know, I have never met anybody who is more proud of being impossible as you.
Do you know what it does to my heart? To know that you know so much about me. Makes me feel good. And it's going to help me out on the ranch. Hello, Dr. Cook.
Yep.
I found her after all. I was able to say goodbye.
Good. Courtney, you going out to the ranch?
Yeah, Kevin, I was going to come by your office and tell you about it. I just want to make sure that Jeb follows his regimen and doesn't undo all of our good work.
I see.
Yeah, you wouldn't want me to goof up the work that you've already done, would you?
Okay, Daddy. I know I've been a bad girl. Probably not as bad as you think, but I don't know why you're being so hard-headed about this.
Because you have carried your battle with your mother onto a bigger stage, honey, onto a public stage. You've managed to stir up a great big hornet's nest.
So?
Listen, I've been talking to some friends of mine on the KVIK board. They're people I've known a long time. People who've always been straight with me. They tell me that a majority are pretty well inclined to follow along with your motion. Now, what do you think about that?
Well, honey, if you feel so strongly about it, then talk them out of it.
Maybe. But I'm not even going to try.
Suit yourself.
That is my advice to you. It's your proxy, it's your motion, it is your hornet's nest, and it's your show, Rena.
No.
Yes. Now, biologically speaking, you haven't been a little girl for a long time, but you're going to have to follow it through this time. You are a grown woman, whether you know it or not. You have money and power, and I mean to see that you learn how to use it the way you should.
Honey, I don't want to.
What a pity. Because this time, you are going to have to follow through what you started last week. You have no choice. Excuse me. I have to get to court.
Wait a minute, Daddy, where are you going?
Goodbye, honey.
Daddy, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to vote Vicky out of a job?
No, that is not at all what I want. It's what you want that matters. You've got a big decision to make. Make sure you give it a lot of thought, honey.
Justin, I wanted to say welcome back. I was very happy to hear the charges against you were cleared.
Thank you. Thank you, Elliot. It's nice to be back at work. Say, I was out of town yesterday. Are there any new developments in the case? Billy Joe Wright?
Well, as a matter of fact, I believe the police are quite satisfied with their case against Mr. Wright, but Iris is not.
Oh?
She's exercised her rather formidable influence as Wheeler's widow to arrange bail for the young man.
Why?
Because she thinks they let the guilty man go.
She hasn't changed her opinion? Even though all the evidence has cleared me? I have to talk to her. She's making a big mistake.
Well, don't count on much. It wouldn't be her first mistake.
I have to make her think. She doesn't realize that she is engaging in the same kind of crazy vendetta that I was. Elliot, do you know how to reach her?
I believe she's staying on her yacht.
Well, I doubt if she'd accept a phone call from me. Would you place it for me?
Well, certainly. This is Elliot Carrington. I'd like to speak to Mrs. Wheeler, please. Uh-huh. Yes, all right, I see. Thank you.
What?
Oh, she isn't there. Apparently, she left early this morning. They had no idea where she might be.
I have to talk to her. I wish I knew where she was.
Yes, me too. I wonder.
That's why Ryan chose to do it this way. Mrs. Wheeler, he loves his uncle. He didn't want to take any chances, not after the way he lost Sheikh Zadie. You know how much he blamed himself for that one, don't you?
I know that, but still...
Well, look, Ryan thinks the only way to keep Alex safe is to do this. As long as the person who shot him thinks he's still dead, he's not going to try it again. And that's why he's here under an assumed name. Shelley didn't even know it was Alex until just now. Mrs. Wheeler, he's safe here, believe me. Am I getting through to you at all?
Yes. I believe Ryan told you that. But it was so cruel. So unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
To keep the truth from me. Do you have any idea what I've been through? I thought my husband was gone forever, that my life was over. It wasn't fair. It wasn't right. It was inhuman of Ryan to treat me that way.
Mrs. Wheeler, Ryan did not make this decision lightly. I know, we discussed it.
Oh, that's supposed to explain it. You discussed it. Thank you. And then decided to let me suffer all the grief of believing that my husband was dead? No, Ricky. It wasn't right. Why lie to me? Ryan doesn't think that I was involved in trying to hurt Alex, does he?
No, of course not. That was never an issue. But I do think that he had to do what he did.
How is that possible?
Because of your grief.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Mrs. Wheeler, if you had known that Alex was alive, would you have been able to fake your grief? Fake it enough to convince whoever it was who shot him that he was completely out of his reach now?
I don't know. Obviously, Ryan didn't think I could, but that's Ryan. He's obsessed with security. Ricky, you saw what it was doing to me. How could you have agreed to this charade?
Because I failed my duty, that's why. I didn't protect him at the wedding. I almost let him get killed, and that's not going to happen again. Nobody's going to get a second chance while I'm breathing. And nobody's going to put Alex at risk either. Not even you, Mrs. Wheeler.
Me?
Shelley, make sure that Mrs. Wheeler has whatever she needs to be comfortable while she's here.
How long will that be?
I don't know. At least until Ryan gets back. And he can give the orders. Shelley, I'll be back in a little while. Lock the door.
Not you, too. Mrs. Wheeler, Ricky's only doing what he thinks is best. I'm not going to second-guess him. All he's thinking of is your husband's safety. Why don't you just trust him? What choice do I have?
Come back to me. I love you so much. Please come back to me.
Would you care for a drink, sir?
Oh, yes, martini, please. Make it a double, all right? Miss, how long before the first stopover? I want to make a phone call home.
We should touch down Hawaii in about 2 hours. Why? Going home for Christmas? Everyone else on the plane seems to be.
That's right. Everybody wants to be home for Christmas, that's for sure.
I might even make it this year. Be right back with your drink.
wish there was someone else to do this for me. God, help me. I almost wish it didn't have to be done at all. Ginny? Ginny, my love? How am I going to tell you?
Let him try it. Let him try it by himself.
Are you all right?
I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Sun's going down. It's a little nippy this time of year.
Max, I'll be okay.
Well, I'm going to go inside and get you a jacket. If you insist on staying out here, at least you don't have to freeze.
Jenny, wait a minute. I'm not going to freeze to death, all right? I just want to watch the sunset, and Courtney's going to be along in a minute. Then we'll come in.
Oh, what if Courtney gets tied up at the hospital or caught in a traffic jam? What if you decide to stay overnight in Houston?
I guess then you just have to send a St. Bernard out here to find me. Look, she said that she was coming. She's going to be here in a minute.
Oh, come on, Ginny. Obviously the man's determined. Let's leave him be.
All right. Okay. But if you turn into an icicle on the front porch tomorrow morning.
I won't. See you later. Damn it. It doesn't make any sense.
Jeff? What doesn't make any sense?
Then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town.
You marry me?
Of course.
In spite of all you know about me?
I love everything I know about you. And I want to know more. I want to know you in a way that only a wife can know her husband.
When?
Let's not wait. Let's marry over the holidays.
Well, that's only a couple of weeks.
Dr. Cook?
Oh, Shelley, I was just about to leave. I have some things to do.
Oh, well, unless it's an urgent operation, Doctor, I think you better cancel it.
Well, no, it's not an operation. As a matter of fact, it's something personal, so I suppose it can wait. After all, my personal life has been on hold for almost as long as I can remember. That's not your problem, is it?
Doctor, I'm really sorry to add to your troubles, but it's Mrs. Wheeler. She's found out about Mr. Wheeler, I mean.
Oh. Well, where is she?
In the suite with the patient.
I see. Well, next, the police will be here, and after that, the malpractice suit. That is, unless Ryan Connors comes up with another clever little trick of his.
And Ricky says he's out of the country.
Well, of course. Shelley, why would he stay around for the results of his own schemes, huh? All right, has Mrs. Wheeler talked to anyone?
No, no one, Doctor. That's what I've been trying to tell you. She hasn't been able to get in touch with anyone. Ricky pulled the phone out of the wall.
Pull the phone?
And he won't let her leave.
He won't let her leave.
being tired, you're feeling down. Makes all the sense in the world. It's post-operative depression.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh? Oh, excuse me. I've got to be getting inside.
Is it true
Is what true?
that you and our doctor friend have set a date?
Yes.
New Year's Day?
Yes.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Why are you doing that? Rushing into it all of a sudden? Are you afraid that maybe if you just thought about it, that you might change your mind?
No! And it's none of your business, Jeb Hampton, but I'll explain it to you anyway. I am not rushing into anything. Kevin's been waiting for his divorce to become final for months. Now it has, and, well, we want to be together. It's that simple.
Let me just ask you just a couple of simple questions, right? Do you love him? You really love him? Or do you just admire him as a famous heart surgeon?
I'm a little old for hero worship.
Yeah, well, one would think that, Courtney.
I love Kevin.
Now, so you want to prove it to him by marrying him, just like that, huh? Or do you want to prove something else? You trying to get back at somebody? Grandma Kate? Being a cook?
What? That's absurd.
Is it? Wouldn't be the first time someone married out of spite.
I am not getting married out of spite, and I am not rushing into anything. Now, Kevin wanted to get things done.
Kevin. That's what I figured. It's what he wants. What do you want, Courtney? What do you really want?
I want to be married to Kevin, of course.
I'll get it. Hello?
Jenny?
Oh, Ryan, I'm so glad to hear your voice. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Honolulu. My plane's refueling.
And you're on your way home? That's wonderful. You haven't had any second thoughts, have you?
No, I haven't had any second thoughts.
You're not bringing home any beautiful princess that you just married?
No, no princess. Not this time.
Did everything go well in Thailand?
Yeah, in some ways. Look, Ginny, when I get home, I have to come out the ranch and talk to you. It's going to be pretty late, though.
It doesn't matter. I'll be up. Just so my man is home. Home with me for Christmas. That's all I want. Ryan, I love you.
I love you too, Ginny. I love you so much.
Goodbye. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. See you soon.
Well, I better talk to Iris. Let's go. Shelley, tell Ricky I'll be up as soon as I can with
Yes,
you.
sir.
Dr. Cook.
Kevin, this is Ryan. Look, is there any change in Alex's condition?
No. But the same can't be said for the situation.
What do you mean, what's going wrong?
Everything. Iris managed to break our cover. I told you, before you left, we should have brought her in on this. Now the whole thing's unraveled.
You mean Iris got to Alex?
Yes. She's there right now, in the suite.
Who's she told?
Ryan, do you realize where this puts us? Apparently Iris thinks this is some sort of conspiracy. You and I made to look like Alex was dead, okay?
Okay, you got world oil, and I got Lord knows what, a bribe, perhaps.
Look, Kevin, I'm not concerned about that right now.
Well, maybe you're not, but I am. You're supposed to be a lawyer. Do you realize how many laws we have broken?
Not to mention a little thing called professional ethics. I could lose my license to practice over this if I stay out of jail.
Kevin, I realize the risk you're taking. I appreciate it, all
Don't
right?
offer me money, Ryan. I've already gone through that with Rena. I'm not going to do it again.
I don't intend for you to.
Look, Ryan, Courtney and I plan to get married very soon. I just don't want anything to go wrong with our wedding, none.
Now.
I'll do everything in my power to see that nothing does. Believe me, Kevin. Now, right now, I need to know who Iris has been in touch with and whether we can control this, all right?
Well, so far there's no problem, and Ricky is keeping her in the suite.
Well, has she called anyone?
No, I hear Ricky
Ricky has taken the phone out.
Good. Okay, that's the way I want it to stay.
Ryan, we can't keep Iris in that suite indefinitely. I'm going up there now and talk to her. Try and talk her into going back to the yacht, maybe.
No. Look. One look at her and everyone's going to know that Alex is alive. Now, you have to keep her in that room, you understand?
Oh, really? For how long?
I'm in Hawaii right now. I'll be in Houston late tonight.
Okay, then you can take over tonight. I'll go up and talk to her.
No, look, come on. I don't think you should see her. She'll start asking you questions, get herself worked up. Leave her with the happiness of knowing Alex is alive. I'll be in tomorrow morning, right?
Tomorrow? I thought you said you were coming in later tonight.
Yes, but there's something else I have to take care of first.
Ryan, how can anything be more important than talking sense to Iris? Listen, if Alex doesn't regain consciousness, if he dies, Iris will see to it that both of us spend the rest of our lives in jail.
Kevin, I realize how serious this is, but believe me, there is something that I have to see to first.
Oh, well, maybe this is more important to you, but it's not to me. Now, you get back here as soon as you can.
Little Joe? Little Joe, it's Nita. I came as I promised. Little Joe? Oh. What a dump. How can anybody live in this filth? Dirty pictures, dirty dishes, dirty minds. Oh, Billy Joe, why does someone always have to be holding your hand to keep you away from sinking so low?
That's right, sugar bumps. I need you. You're my guardian angel. Just like this picture my mom hung over my bed when I was little. There was this kid at the edge of a cliff, and well, the only thing holding back was this here angel. That's what you are to me, Nita. You're my angel.
Don't.
You know how to take care of me, girl.
Well, you sure don't know how to take care of yourself.
That's what I said, ain't it? I mean, you know, you're my special angel. Everybody in the world's got just one, and, well, you know, it's your job to take good care of me. Make sure I stay out of trouble.
Well, if that's so, then my track record isn't so hot.
Yeah, well, that's because I haven't had any breaks yet. Not till that rich broad took an interest in me. I guess you saw the quality, huh? I mean, just shines through all the time.
I mean, you know, Mrs. Wheeler is interested in getting Justin Marshall thrown in jail, and that's all. If you can't see that...
I can see it. I ain't stupid, you know.
Well, nobody said you were. You know, you just gotta grow up. You spin out these dreams about how good life is gonna be, but you don't do anything about them.
Seems I remember somebody who said she loved my dreams. Somebody who... I guess you forgot about all that, huh? Just like you forgot how much you loved me?
Then we were in high school. We were 16 years old. We thought dreams were all we needed. But now you gotta grow up. You've gotta face up to reality.
But I'm facing. I'm telling you, now we're together again. It's gonna be all right. It'll be different. What's the matter, girls? Something I say don't agree with you or what?
No, forget it. Forget it.
Come on, Nita. I mean, well, I'm supposed to be happy with her, man. And, well, if we're together again, you'll be happy.
Now, see, that's just what I mean. That's just what I mean about not facing up to things. I mean, you think we're going to be able to live together at Maggie's after you put a knife to her throat?
Who said anything about going back to that dump anyways? And if I never see that old broad again...
I don't want to hear that kind of talk about Maggie.
Well, why not? She spends half the day punching holes in Billy Joe Wright, don't she? Huh? That's the way I figured it, too. I'll forget about her, huh? I mean, we can live here. We can move in here and Bernie won't mind.
Here?
Well, sure, it ain't that bad once we fix it up a little bit.
Where are we going to sleep? Right here? With Bernie sleeping right over there?
Well, maybe we can rig up a blanket or something, you know, give some
No, Billy Joe. No. And I mean it.
Oh, what's this, babe? You're saying we can't live together here, and we can't live together at Maggie's. You trying to say we can't live together at all? It's that pig Ricky Decker, ain't it? You want to have your free time for him?
Ricky's got a girl.
Well, better not be the same one I got. Well, I tell you, you know, I'm starting to think I should have iced that pig.
Oh, come on, Billy Joe.
Sure, why not? What have I got to lose, huh? My life? That don't mean nothing to me. Not without you. Or my baby. I could still do it too, you know.
How about thinking about your baby? Do you want him growing up with a murderer as a father? Ashamed to hear your name?
Well, you're pushing me, woman.
I am not pushing you. I'm trying to protect my baby.
He's our baby, Nita. Don't you never forget it.
I gotta go, Billy Joe.
Nita. You're the only thing in this world that's ever meant anything to me. You and our baby. If I lose you, Nita, I swear I don't know what I'll do. I know this place is a dump. I know what it is. I don't want you to live here, honey. How about we get a place off on our own, huh? How about that? Nita, I'll work for you day and night if you just come back. Don't say no, girl, huh? Don't say...
Look, Billy Joe, I'll think about it.
Come in. I said come in.
Oh, Merry Christmas. See this? Hey, take it easy now. This ain't no turkey shoot. It's almost Christmas.
For me it isn't.
Well, you're the one exception in the whole world, huh? Now, come on now. Don't go throwing a stuffed goose at me. Make a terrible mess.
Try to make me smile, Max. It hurts too much.
Oh, it hurts when you smile. Better let Max take a look at that one, though. Yes, let me see here. Oh, look. Yep, just as I thought. You're in terminal need of Christmas cheer. Now, why don't you go whip out the old eggnog and tell me all your troubles, huh?
And St. Old Max will make it all go away,
That's
right?
right.
Fat
Hey.
shit. You'll have to sell for coffee. We're fresh out of eggnog around here. Come to think of it, we're fresh out of Christmas cheer, too. Fresh out of everything.
Well, in that case, the coffee will do just fine. It's cold out there.
Max, you'll have to pour your own coffee. You can't even do that right.
That's the first time I ever heard you admit it.
Admit what?
That you're human. You make mistakes like the rest of us. And that you can even cry a little bit.
Fool yourself. I cry all the time. Except I usually do at night when I'm all alone. And it's It's real easy these days because I'm alone a lot.
What about your daddy? He loves you so much. And what about dear old Justin?
Justin can take a flying leap off the top of the world building.
I guess that means Justin told you to take a flying leap.
Don't you smirk.
Yep.
Don't you say I told you so. If there's one thing I can't stand is another male telling me, you're hard-headed, honey.
Well, Rena, who could ever think of you as hard-headed?
I must be. I must be if I think that Justin will listen to reason for a change. Max, he could have been president of the Victory Network. Do you know what that means?
Imagine that.
No, he wants to be just a plain old reporter. Oh, let him.
Well, that takes care of Justin. Well, what about your daddy?
Oh, little old daddy left me in a fine fix. I told him he could take his KVIK proxy back. I told him, you walk into that board meeting, you try to save dear old Mommy if you can get her sober enough.
Well, Rena, you are getting soft. Giving back your proxy vote?
He wouldn't take it. I mean, you think I'd be able to give some man something, right?
Something?
But he insists that I go into that board meeting.
That kind of puts you on the line now, doesn't it?
Some line. Either deep six Vicky as president or I let her go scot-free.
And you'd like to be somewhere in the middle, wouldn't you? Not destroy her, but not let her off either. Come on, Rena. Write it off. It's the season for forgiveness. Why don't you store up a little forgiveness for yourself? Could use it someday, huh?
No, I won't let her off. She never cared about me, Max. Now, why should I care about her, huh?
Stryker, come in. Don't tell me you've come home for the holidays. I thought that only happened in old movies and happy Christmas stories.
You know better than that, Vicky.
Yes, I do know better. Well, let me offer you a drink. If we can't find real happiness, at least we can find the kind that comes out of a bottle.
I think you have had just about enough of that kind of happiness.
Now, tell me, Stryker, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Well, let me guess. Our darling daughter, Rena, wants my head, and you're here to see if I'll deliver it to her, all wrapped up in a nice, neat little package with Christmas ribbons.
No, Vicky. I came by to see that you had your head on straight for your meeting with the board. And with Rena.
You could have saved yourself a trip, Stryker. I've already made my decision. Rena gets everything she wants.
What are you talking about?
I've been sitting here writing a letter. I'm resigning, Stryker. Goodbye, KVIK. Goodbye, Victory Network.
And you have to do that by letter? You can't even sit down across the table from your own daughter?
No, not when all she wants to do is see me humiliated. This is the best solution. Rena gets what she wants. I'm out of her way at last. And I get what I want. No more keeping up the charade of working. No more dark glasses and staring at words out of focus. Everybody's happy. Everybody.
You are giving up. I can't believe it, but it's true. Where's the scrappy girl I met years ago?
She's at the bottom of this drink, Stryker, so please let me find her.
All you're going to find there is the reflection of an unhappy woman.
That's what I deserve, Stryker. I failed. I failed you. I failed my daughter. And now I failed at the one thing that I thought was invulnerable. My precious career. I'm not fit to live.
If you are not fit to live, all of us should be taken out and shot. Look, there's something I want you to know before you take another swig out of that drink. Rena told me to take back her proxy.
Oh, Stryker, then I have a chance.
Yes, you do, if you want it. Rena can't hate you that much. Not if she's willing to give back her chance at revenge.
Willing to? Stryker, you just...
I did not say that I took back the proxy. I am not going to let her walk away from it any more than I'm going to let you walk away from it.
You really do despise me.
No. Oh, Vicky. If there was such a thing as perfect parents, they'd put them up in a sideshow for display. It'd be a freak of nature. But neither you nor I are ever going to be displayed like that.
Oh, they could have an exhibit, the world's worst mother. And right next to it, they could put the world's most vicious daughter.
You are not being fair to yourself or to Rena.
Oh, Stryker, you've been listening to too many fairy tales. Rena's been waiting for this chance for 20 years. Yeah, I'm glad it's come. I've been dreading it all this time, but it's a relief now that the axe has finally fallen.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe that's what's going to happen. But if it does, we are both going to have to find it out at that meeting.
You will be there? At the board meeting?
Of course. If Rena is going to destroy her mother, she's going to have to do it in front of me. That way we'll both find out what we've done to our daughter.
So you're free for dinner. Does that mean you're still free from all sense of responsibility and common courtesy?
Sam, nothing like the other night will ever happen again. I've changed. Really, I have.
Well, any change could only be for the better.
No, I think you're going to like this. You know how you've always complained about my being obsessed.
Among your other faults.
Well, not any longer.
Does that mean, since Alex Wheeler is dead, you finally feel your father is avenged?
No, I finally realized that I failed my father, not Alex Wheeler. I've made peace with my dad's memory. I have prayed for Alex Wheeler's soul. I am free from all my obsessions.
You mean there were others?
All my life. For the past 10 years, the most important thing in my life was to be first on the track. It took my father's suicide to make me realize that was just an empty pursuit. So I came back home. I tried to find my old life. Another empty pursuit. Now I am free of nostalgia, too.
Nostalgia? For what?
For an old love. One that drove me from Texas in the first place.
Rena.
Yeah. When I got back to Houston, my father was gone, my brother was gone, my career was gone. Rena, she was as beautiful as ever, as available as ever. The one thing in my life that hasn't changed.
Oh, no. Rena never changes.
No, well, we've been through all of it all over again, and it ended up the same way. Rena's not happy unless she's running the whole show. Why do we have to repeat the same mistakes?
It's a good question. I don't know about you, but I'm a fast learner. When you stood me up for dinner the other night, that's one lesson I just don't need repeated.
Sam! Wait a minute. Give me a break, will you? Can't we talk about this over dinner? Well, I know you're hungry.
Well, how do you know that?
I was looking at the door to your office all day. You never left. I know you must be starving. I mean, I am. I haven't had a thing to eat since...
Since that night you spent with Rena? That should satisfy you for a month.
Rena is a lovely woman. But she's not the kind of a woman that can satisfy me.
You're kidding. And what kind would it take?
I don't know. Someone more sincere, more hardworking. You, for instance.
Yeah, well, my little cousin Rena is very hardworking, too. And I happen to know what she's cooking up for you. How she plans to be your meal ticket for life.
No, Sam, I didn't...
Goodbye, Justin.
Rena, your mother never cared about you? I can't believe that. She'd have to be some kind of a freak, a monster.
Yeah?
What about when you were a little girl running around in pigtails? You trying to tell me she never cared about you then?
Oh, she pretended. Show you how crazy I was, I asked her to dye my hair blonde so I'd look more like her. She laughed. She said, "Oh, honey, one of these days you're going to be a real beauty. You don't want to look like your mommy."
That's real cruel talk, all right. It's the one that you didn't run away from home.
She's the one who did the running.
Well, she just up and left you and Stryker?
No, it was a long time in coming. I used to see her looking unhappy, and so I'd snuggle up to her and I'd say, "Mommy, don't look so sad. You've got me and you got Daddy." And she'd kiss me and she'd say, "My darling girl, my darling, darling girl." All the time she was thinking about Alex Wheeler.
Doesn't sound like that's all she was thinking about.
You know, Max, one day I remember I was coming home from school. I was just in the 3rd grade and I had written this news story. I wanted to show it to my mommy. I wanted to be a news lady, just like my mommy. So the maid told me that she was upstairs in her room, and I went up there and she was packing her bags. She was crying and she was crying. But she never stopped packing her bags. And I went up to her and I said, "Mommy, don't leave me. Please don't leave me." And she kissed me. And she said, "I love you, honey. And someday, when you're all grown up, you're going to understand." And then she picked up her bag. She walked out that door. And she never came back, and that's my mother. Oh.
Well, now that you're all grown up, do you understand?
Understand adultery? In the Bible, honey, they stone women for what my mother did.
Rena, I think there's a verse you're forgetting there, the one that says, "Let him without sin cast the first stone."
I never cheated on Kevin, no matter what he did to me, for as long as we were married, and don't you forget that.
Rena, you think that justifies it just because you are technically faithful in a relationship that allows you to condemn another woman?
She was guilty.
Well, so are you, so am I. Hell, we're all failed, sinful creatures. I reckon that's why we're alive, so we can seek forgiveness.
She doesn't deserve forgiveness.
Honey, if any of us got what we deserved, we'd all be black and blue. Now, I've listened to your ranting and raving about your mother, and I do not see a woman a monster hissing fire and hate. I see a poor, weak woman. I see a poor, weak woman whose emotions have pulled her every which way, and no matter what she did, she was bound to lose. And maybe she made the worst possible choice, but I don't know about that.
Well, I know.
Well, I'll tell you something else. That woman that walked out that door has been tearing out her heart ever since. I'll tell you something else. You still love your mother. But it's gotten all twisted inside.
Stop it.
And you think that she never cared about you. And you think that she never cared about you. But why is she as torn up and broken up as she is? Now you judge her harshly. And that same judgment's gonna come down on your head.
Go away, Max.
All right. If that's what you want. But you listen to what your mother said. It's been echoing in your head for years. But I don't think you've ever listened to it with your heart.
I was just dreaming about you. Am I still asleep? Or have I just awakened?
I wish I could be a part of that dream.
Oh, Ryan, you are. I want to be like this for the rest of our lives. Oh, I missed you. I missed you so much.
I missed you, too.
After we're married, we're never going to be separated again. Not ever again. If you have to fly off to Bangkok or Paris
Ginny,
or somewhere,
Ginny.
I don't care. I want to go with you. Kay can take care of Steve, or he can even go with us if he's not in school. But I never want to be apart again.
Ginny!
Ryan, what is it? Something did happen over there. Do you want to put our wedding off? I'm not going to let you off that easy, you know.
I'm sorry, honey. There can't be any wedding.
No wedding? Why? Have you changed your mind? You still love me.
Nothing in the world could make me change my mind. No, I haven't stopped loving you. Just that something's come between us, something out of the past. Barrett's alive.
No, that's impossible. Barrett can't be alive. Elliot Carrington told me. He told me he saw Barrett die. It's a lie, a rumor. I don't know what. Ryan, it can't be. It can't be. I can't go on that roller coaster again. I won't believe it. Nope, I won't.
Ginny. Elliot saw Barrett shot and left for dead, but he survived.
It's not true. He couldn't have.
Most men wouldn't have. He was very seriously wounded, but he hung on.
Ryan, how do you know? Please.
I'm sorry. I saw him. I talked to him. And I wouldn't be telling you all this if I hadn't.
You saw Barrett?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's true. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's still pretty weak, but he's recovering from his wounds.
He's in Bangkok?
By now, he's probably at the American Embassy, or maybe he's even in flight. On his way back to Texas. And you.
Oh, Lord. What am I supposed to feel? What am I supposed to do? Ryan, what am I supposed to do now? Oh.
I'm sorry I couldn't be here.
Well, so am I.
What, was it that hard to keep things quiet?
Well, it was costly, Ryan.
Well, Ryan, glad to see you.
Don't envy you your job, Ricky.
Yeah. Well, I had to keep Iris here.
How's she taking it?
Not too well.
Look, has she spoken to anyone?
No, she couldn't. I pulled the phone out of the wall.
Well, guess she's gonna have a few choice words to say to both of us, right?
You can almost count on that.
Yeah, well, I did everything I could until now.
No, you did fine. Kevin and I will take over. You ready? All right, open her up.
You. Finally, you found the nerve to face me.
He's late.
Again.
Mrs. Bellman just called. She said that she'll be a few minutes late for the meeting.
She's almost 20 minutes late already. But I suppose that's understandable considering the motion we're voting on today.
I don't think that's the
All right,
reason
thank
that
you,
she...
Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, as vice chairman of the board of KVIK, I think we should get started, despite Mrs. Bellman's absence. Let's get this mess over with. This meeting was called for one purpose only. Mr. Secretary, would you read the motion on the floor?
Motion proposed by Mrs. Rena Cook.
Excuse me, I really don't think we can get started yet. I mean, Vicky isn't even here.
Rena, your mother probably isn't even going to show up.
Good luck.
Shelley, will you step outside for a moment, please? Bring the chart with you.
I've been out of town.
I don't care where you were. You owe me an explanation.
I thought you would have had the pieces fit in by now, especially with Shelley here to fill you in.
Shelley? She didn't even know his name.
No, of course not.
Of course not.
Look, Shelley is a special duty nurse cleared for high security cases. Now she knew only what she needed to know.
And what about me? I'm his wife. Why didn't you tell me what I needed to know? Why did you tell me he was dead?
All right,
What
Iris.
kind of human being would do that to another? I thought I'd lost the only love of my life.
Listen, Iris.
I wanted to die.
Iris, I'm sorry. Let me...
Sorry? Oh, I'll bet you are. Sorry I found out about your little scheme.
What are you talking about?
Butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. Your scheme to get Alex's money and power, that's all you cared about. Not him, not me. And this brute. Was he really necessary? You could have just let Alex die, and then his salary could have gone into your pockets, too.
Mrs. Wheeler, I told you I was
Oh, I don't want to hear
protecting-
any more of your lies. I am sick of them. He ripped out the phone. You call that protecting, keeping us prisoner here? Well, would you two fellas like to have a conference now, so you can decide what to do with me now that I know? You'll have to kill me, too. You know that, don't you?
I tried, but she wouldn't listen.
Of course not. Why should I listen?
You should listen, Iris. You might learn something.
your hands
No,
off
no,
of
you gotta
me.
listen to me.
I am not.
You will, whether you want to or not. Now sit down. I stood here long enough listening to you go on. Now it's your turn to listen to me. Afterwards, if you want to call the Houston police, I'll even give you a quarter. But until then, you just shut up and listen.
You know, Kate always wraps them like this.
And Courtney always unwraps them, huh?
No, actually, Barrett used to always wrap them. Just help me unwrap them, okay?
Okay.
I have some news. I got a call from Dad this morning.
Was he still worried about me, or does he have other bad news?
He had some good news. About Barrett. That report about his death, it was wrong.
Barrett's alive?
He's alive. And he's free, and he's coming home.
Barrett? Barry, oh, Jenny, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Listen, wait a minute. Pipe down. How's he getting here?
On a special military plane. He'll be home for Christmas.
Oh, I can't believe it. God, we've got so much to tell him. We've got so many things to say. Oh, Jenny. What about you and Ryan?
I think I'll go finish helping Kate in the kitchen.
Ginny, I'm happy for you. What's the matter with her?
Barrett.
I haven't seen him since I was a kid. Hey, what's the matter with you? What's going on here? Why's everybody acting so funny around here?
Oh, you sure forget fast, don't you? Ginny and Ryan were supposed to be married tonight. It's Christmas Eve. Don't you remember?
Well, her husband's coming home. She's just gonna have to forget about Ryan.
She's just gonna have to forget about him just like that. You think she can do that just like that?
I thought a coconut frosting might look festive. What do you think?
Whatever you want.
Oh, Jenny.
Okay. I just am so confused. I don't
know what to think. I don't even know what to feel. But Kate, please, please don't be angry at me. I feel so ashamed.
Such silliness.
Oh, but I feel so guilty.
No. If you're guilty of anything, so am I. I was the one who said it was time to start a new life. I encouraged you to apply for that certificate of presumed death.
But I'm the one who did it.
Don't say it as if you think you did wrong. Now it was time for you to stop wishing and waiting for something that might never come to pass.
But it did. And I feel trapped. I gave Ryan my heart. But Barrett's still my husband. I'm still his wife. He's still Steve's father. And now he's coming home. I can't turn my back on him. Katie's been hurt. He'll need me.
He'll need us all.
Then how can I tell him that I want to marry another man? Kate, please. Please help me.
Jenny, I would give this place up in a minute if I had an answer.
But I waited 5 years.
Not one of us will judge you, Jenny. Whatever you decide.
Jenny,
know that.
what time is Barrett getting home?
I don't know. Barrett will be here in just a few hours. And by that time, I have to decide what to tell him.
Good afternoon. No, since the motion on the floor involves me, I won't assume the chair.
Baker, let me help you. You voting, Stryker?
No, Rena has my proxy count.
If Rena's got his proxy, then this will be Victoria's last board meeting.
I'm just here for moral support. You ready, Vicky?
Mr. Secretary, would you read the motion on the floor, please?
Motion proposed by Mrs. Rena Cook that Victoria Stanley Bellman be relieved of her duties as president of the Victory Network and as chief executive officer of KVIK TV.
Any discussion on the motion?
There have been some rumors of scandal in Mrs. Bellman's personal life.
Well, naturally, there haven't been any in yours, Lucille.
Well, none that interfere with my professional life. None that drive me to drink.
I've walked into Victoria's office several times to find her drunk.
If you can find her. They tell me rival networks are scooping us because she's never around to authorize expenditures.
Sam's always covering for her. No wonder. Sam's her niece.
Well, my son was just as qualified.
A network cannot function without a strong and sober hand at the
Sober
helm.
and rational. I heard she actually fired Justin Marshall. Now, she wouldn't have done that if she'd been sober. But she never is anymore.
The point's already been made.
Someone's got to run KVIK. Victoria isn't doing it. In her day, she did a fine job, yes, but now I'm afraid...
Well, any further discussion?
Rena, this is your motion. Aren't you going to speak in favor of it? You know, Mr. Babcock, I've been sitting here listening to you say how you think my mother once was suited for the job.
At one time, yes.
Well, at least she once was. I'd like to know, Mr. Babcock, just exactly what you have done with your life
that even comes close to matching what Vicky has done in the last 25 years. And that goes for the rest of you. Sitting here taking pot shots at her. There isn't a single one of you who can measure up to that woman. None of you. With your jealousies and your petty little squabbles. Well, Sam's her niece. But it's all right that I'm her daughter just as long as I have Stryker's proxy. You just shut up. Now, there's no one sitting at this table who can run KVIK like my mother there. So you just get off her back and you let her do it. Stryker, you sit with this pack of wolves if you want to, but I'm getting out of here and I want that motion removed right now. I don't want to hear another word about this from any of you.
That girl is something. Well, I tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll hear a motion for adjournment since we all want to be with our families this Christmas Eve.
So moved.
All in favor? All right. Just a moment, please. Madam Chairman?
Meeting adjourned.
Well,
Victoria, I really didn't.
Merry Christmas, Lucille.
that's my girl. Well, I think we showed them something.
I'm not sure what we showed them, dear.
We showed them that the Bellman family can stick together through thick or thin.
Which one was this?
Let's go find our daughter, tell her how proud we are of her.
She's probably down in the newsroom at the party.
Allow me to accompany the most beautiful woman at KVIK to her own victory party.
So, Iris, that's why Kevin had to pretend about the autopsy and why Shelley was on the payroll.
All right. I've heard all of that from Ricky.
Then where'd you get the idea that there was a plot?
Because I couldn't imagine why you wouldn't tell me. I'm his wife. Surely you know I would never do anything to hurt Alex.
No, of course not, but someone close to you.
You mean, you think you know? Who?
Elliot.
Oh, please. Of all the unlikely suspects.
No, Iris, he was the most likely.
Oh, that's absurd, really. How anyone could suspect
Oh, really?
Elliot.
Well, Alex did.
What?
Alex thought he might be a very dangerous man.
He did? When did he tell you that?
The night Elliot threatened you. Remember? Come on, Iris, he threatened your life.
Yes, he did frighten me. He was so changed, but that passed. The next day, he was just the way he'd always been.
Or he pretended he was.
Well, why would he want to do that? Why would he want to hurt Alex?
Because Alex knew something about him. He had to for Elliot to agree to leave town.
Perhaps he did.
Do you know what it was?
Alex wouldn't tell me. But it doesn't matter. When Dennis objected, Alex gave Elliot more time.
No, but Elliot
so...
still had a deadline, so Alex was holding something over him. Did you know that Alex hired a special investigator?
No.
He asked him to look into Elliot's background, and he did find something incriminating, something about Elliot's conduct in that prison camp.
Is that why you went to Bangkok to talk to him?
That's right.
What did you find out?
Well, nothing yet.
Nothing? I've been kept here for nothing?
Iris, there's a man over
save
there
your
who's
breath.
wounded.
I've heard enough from you. You have involved us all in some stupid scheme, and it is based on nothing but speculation. All right, I've heard you out, and I reject this cloak and dagger nonsense completely. Oh, look at him. Completely at your mercy. I won't have it. I want you to let us go, Ryan. Let me take him with me. There's no need for him to be kept hidden away. Now tell Ricky to let us go.
No.
Yes. What was that? His hand. His hand moved. Alex. Can you hear me? Darling?
Iris.
Oh.
Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Try one, the irresistible.
Sally, you were irresistible. You seen Sam around anywhere?
In her office. The alcoholic and the workaholic, Justin.
The lion and the lamb. Excuse me? It's Christmas Eve. Excuse me? Excuse me?
What are we supposed to do? To lay the stand? My dress.
Very pretty. Festive.
Come in. Oh, it's you.
Well, I know you're expecting Santa Claus.
What do you want?
I'll give you this. And
What the?
this. I think I'll keep that till later.
Cute.
And to tell you, come on, we're waiting for you. Aren't you going to join in, huh?
Well, I think you've done enough celebrating for both of us.
Listen, I've got some great news. I'm very happy. My brother, Barrett, he's alive. He's coming home.
Oh, Justin, what a wonderful Christmas present. I'm so happy for you.
I knew you would. No, I've been looking all over for you.
For me?
For you. Nobody else.
You know, I never did understand that song. What would I do with a partridge in a pear tree anyway?
Nothing. You forget about them. What you want to keep is the gold ring. That's what you want to keep. Just send me the bill. Try one of these. Weren't they great?
What do you do? Sample every one and everything before you get into my office?
At least once. Vicky! Dracker! Oh, hey, Jan. Hello, how are you? I think.
How'd it go?
Everything's fine. I'll tell you all about it later.
Oh, and Vicky, oh.
Listen, did either you see Rita? Well, not me.
I haven't seen her since the board meeting.
Ah, I'll ask around. Yeah. Maybe,
Is anything wrong?
No, Rena was a little upset. The strike is just concerned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sure enough. How about one of these? Yeah. Could I get anything?
For sure. One of these.
No, huh? Well, maybe she went back to her house or to the cabin.
If we hear anything, Striker, we'll let you know.
Okay. Yes.
Come on, Sam. Let's go see Lou.
Congratulations again.
But I think maybe I better go find her.
Stryker, she's not a lost child.
Well, I know, but she looked kind of upset when she left.
Oh, she'll be all right, really. Now, come on. You stay here with us and celebrate. All right?
Well, all right.
We'll call her later.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll call the ranch later. Yeah.
That's one option.
I didn't know I had another. Do I?
Do you want it? Why don't you come home with me, Stryker? Back to our house. Why should we spend the holidays apart when we could be home together?
Alex, Ryan, he's coming too. Quick, Kevin. I'm here, darling. Yes,
Mrs.
yes.
Iris, excuse me,
No, please, let me stay. He moved.
It's all right,
He's
it's all right,
coming out
Shelley.
of it. He's coming back to me, Alex. Alex.
Keep talking, Iris.
Darling, it's me. It's Iris.
Iris?
Oh, Pierre, did you see?
Iris, you'll drift in and out. Don't be surprised if he seems a little disoriented. Stay with him. Keep talking. Help him find his way back.
I won't leave his side. Darling.
Outside.
Darling, it's Iris. Can you feel me? Once you said that my touch brought you alive. Oh, please, God, let it happen again. Please help me bring him back. I love you, Alex. Don't leave me.
How is he, Kevin?
Is he going to be all right?
Well, don't expect any miracles.
Why not? Don't they happen anymore?
Of course they do.
Full function may never return.
Yeah, but if it does, how long will it take?
Oh, days, weeks, if it returns at all.
I understand. The fact he could speak at all is a miracle enough for me.
Yeah, well, not for me. I want to hear you say he's going to be all right.
I'm sorry, I can't say that at this point, Ricky.
Look, Kevin, do you need me?
No, you're welcome to stay if you like.
No, I have some personal matters to attend to, if you'll excuse me.
Shelley.
Oh, Ryan. What about Iris? You want me to keep her here?
Come here. Just look at her. You think you could drag her away?
Got it?
Oh,
All right.
Oh, it's so big. Everybody ready? Okay, okay. We're ready. Ready? Go.
Oh, that's
What? It's beautiful. Oh, you say that every year.
Yeah, because it's beautiful.
Well, it is. It is beautiful. Oh, well, now, Jenny and I have been in the kitchen cooking all morning. Who do we have to thank for this beautiful tree?
I think Jeb and Courtney, mostly.
Well, you know.
Well, it is beautiful. I think it's the prettiest it's ever been.
Well, thank you.
Thanks to Jeb, maybe. Oh, my pie.
Actually, it was Courtney. I was just doing as I was told.
Uh-huh, that'll be the day.
Supper's ready. Come and get it. Courtney.
Coming. Oh, come on, you have to give me a hand. Whoa.
What is this? Once an assistant, and I always have to be an assistant?
Go ahead, Steve.
Aren't you coming?
I will, in a little while. I'm expecting someone.
Who, Mr. Connor? Mom, are you still gonna marry him?
No, Steve.
Because my daddy's coming home tomorrow?
Because I'm still your daddy's wife.
Oh.
When your daddy does come home, let's not tell him about Mr. Connor and me, okay?
How come?
Well, because we don't want to upset him. We want to make him happy, right?
Yeah, but Mom, what if we can't?
What?
What
are you talking about?
I mean, I was only a baby.
You're everything a daddy would want in his son, honey.
But I was only a baby when he left. He might not like how I changed.
Oh, Steve. Of course he will. Everything changes. It's one of the things in life that we have to get used to. Even your daddy. And he's going to be so proud that you're his son. He'll be so happy to see his son. Now you go and eat dinner. Mr. Connor's here.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Connor.
Hey, Big Steve. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We go out on the porch and talk? Please don't. Please.
Rhea? Rhea, I know you're in there. I hope you're decent, because I'm coming in.
Go away.
Rena. Hey, baby doll. Your daddy called me. Asked me to look in on you. He told me what happened at the KVIK board meeting. Why are you crying? You're not talking, huh? Well, I bet I know anyway.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You're crying because you just lost your reputation. Did the first decent thing you've done in your whole life. Did I hit the nail on the head? Yeah. Guess I hit the nail on the head.
Oh, just stop picking on me,
I'm
Max.
not picking on
Yes,
you.
you are. I just can't stand it tonight.
Was I right about what I said? And you don't feel good about it?
No.
Oh, you sick? Well, you could at least be polite and ask me how I feel. Well, I'll tell you anyway. I feel good. I feel real good about what you done. I'm proud of you.
Well, I'm not. I feel all sick inside. I feel like I'm all alone. I feel like I've been abandoned, you know?
Well, you can stop that right now. Because I'm here. And you're not alone. Anymore.
Max, I needed it.
Hush, hush now. Hush. I know. I know.
You're cold. Here, do you want my jacket?
No.
You know, last night you asked me what I thought you should say to Barrett. Looks like you've decided, right?
I've decided that I can't tell him about us. I can't, Ryan.
Not ever?
Not right away.
You're making a mistake.
Am I? How would you feel if you were Barrett?
I want you to be honest with me and tell me straight out, that's what.
I can't do that to him. He spent 5 years in a prison camp holding on to one thing. Elliot told me. All Barrett ever talked about was coming home to Texas. To Steve. To Kate. To this ranch.
And you?
Yes. And me. I can't take that away from him. I can't. I just can't. Whatever strength it would take, I just don't have it.
You're gonna have to tell him sometime.
What, when he walks through the door? Say, hello, Barrett. I don't love you anymore. I quit waiting and fell in love with another man. I took the decorations off the wedding cake.
Jenny, I love you.
Please, don't. Please. I can't lean on you. Barrett will be home in a few hours. I've got to be able to look him in the eye and say, "Welcome home."
And after that, what?
I'll ask Kate and the others not to tell him anything about us until I can find the right time. He deserves that much, Ryan.
Don't forget I love you.
I love you too.
Tonight would have been our wedding night
if I still weren't Barrett's wife.
You don't have to be.
I am. Please don't make it any harder. I am. And yes, I have to be.
Wait. Oh, Max, quick, get dressed. Strikers gonna be here any minute. Come on, he can't see us like this.
Why not? I think we look pretty good.
Max, come on, get dressed.
I'm only fooling. When he called, he said he was going to spend the night in town with your mama.
Oh, no. Oh, Max, no, he can't go back with her.
Oh, Rena, come on. Tomorrow's Christmas Day. It's a fine time for starting things over brand new.
Oh, come on,
Now, you
Max.
just settle down now and you listen to me. And tomorrow, we'll get ourselves together. We'll go see the folks.
Yeah, what folks?
Well, we'll start off with Kate, and then we'll head into town, and we'll see Maggie, and then we'll see your mama and your daddy.
Oh, come...
No, we're going to see your mama and your daddy, and you can tell them how glad you are that they're back together again.
No, I won't, because I'm not. Max, I am not going!
Yes, you are, because I told you so, and I know it's good for you, and I know what you need.
Since when are my needs your business, huh?
Made of my business right now.
Did I ever think?
How is he?
He slept through the night.
Good. And Iris?
She wouldn't leave his side. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Wheeler.
Yes, it is. It's the best Christmas I've ever had. Merry Christmas, Kevin.
Iris, would you like to wake him up?
Oh, perhaps we should just let him sleep. He's so tired, fragile.
I don't think it would hurt to wish him Merry Christmas. Might do him good. I'd like to check him over in any case. So go ahead, wake him up.
Alex? 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 Darling. Darling, wake up. It's Christmas morning.
Hello, pretty lady.
Take your time, son.
We've got plenty of time, Barrett.
Time. That's a word that hasn't meant anything for the past. But now, you're right. There's time.
Dad, what are these?
Can I tell you about them later, son?
Before you leave?
What do you mean?
Will you tell me about them before you leave again?
I'm not going away this time, Steve. I'm home to stay. I have plenty of time to talk about the ribbons. And everything else.
Why don't you want them to tell me about now?
Well, right now, I don't want to remember them or where they came from or why. Now, I just want to think about now. About being here with you.
That'll be Justin and Paige. I called them to come out.
I want to talk to you before you see him.
About Ryan.
I don't want Barrett to know. Not yet. I have to tell him in the right way and at the right time.
Of course.
Merry Christmas.
Barry! Oh, Barry! Oh, Barry!
Merry Christmas.
When was our last one, Jess? Christmas. Sure as hell never thought I'd spend another one at home. Or anywhere but there.
This is Christmas. Oh, Barry, so happy to have you with us.
This is a moment Dad played over and over in his mind. He longed for it. He planned it. And now we have the moment, and Dad...
I know. And Grandma told me
It damn near killed me.
Makes me feel like I drifted off to sleep one night. Had myself a few nightmares. Next morning, I woke up in some other world somewhere. Some of the people from my world are still here. Some, like Steve, have changed so much I hardly know him. Some are gone.
Barrett, we're going to try to ease you back. It's probably not going to be very easy.
There's nothing easy about anything, Jess. I'll make it. I'll make it.
We'll see to it.
The thought of Ginny's what kept me going in that jungle. Without her, I wouldn't be here now. I think you're right. You will see to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't stand a prayer.
Son, the good news about Alex.
Look, Iris, whoever tried to kill Alex is going to do the job on Christmas or any other day.
I'm not taking out an ad in the newspapers. I just want to call Dennis. I sincerely doubt that he is spending his Christmas with the would-be assassin.
That's not for certain.
Oh, of course. I keep forgetting. The Ryan Connor theory.
So far, it's managed to keep your husband out of harm's way.
And you're that sure he would have been in harm's way?
Yes, Iris. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Darling, do you know about the story that's been given to the public?
No. Not at all. How long has it been?
23 days. One lifetime. And during this eternity, do you know what Ryan has done? He's put out the story that you're dead.
Look, Alex, whoever shot you, be sure to try again unless...
Unless he has no need to.
That's right. If he feels he's accomplished his mission in the first place.
Iris, darling, for you that must have been.
It was terrible.
I'm sorry. I guess I've caused you great pain again.
It's over, Alex. Now I feel nothing but joy. Nothing else matters.
No, something else does matter, and that's keeping Alex safe. I understand you wanting to spread the word, but you just might spread it to the wrong person.
Your nephew's chief suspect is Elliot. That's why he won't allow me to tell Dennis the good news. Now, don't you think that's slightly preposterous?
Iris, trust Ryan's judgment. I always have.
But what about my judgment? Elliot has been my friend through all this. Without him, I might not have made it.
Trust Ryan, please.
I trust Elliot. I know we had differences before the wedding, but that's changed now, and I do trust him.
Your judgment may have been misplaced.
And you have no idea where. Thank you.
She ready for us, Dad?
Well, it seems your mother has disappeared.
You mean she stepped out?
A rather large step, it appears. Stewart said she hasn't been heard from for several days.
Well, she invited us for Christmas dinner on the yacht. Dad, that's something Mom would never forget. Besides, where would she go?
Rena Cook's?
No, Rena and Mom had an argument.
Well, maybe we should find out where she went.
Well, I don't see how we can. Unless we go out to the yacht, in the hope that Mom gets back.
Well, the steward did say that Iris had ordered him to prepare Christmas dinner for us, so he expects her back. We wouldn't want to leave your mother alone on Christmas Day, so perhaps we should go out to the yacht.
Let's go.
Well, we're all set.
For what?
Look, Iris, this hospital is not the best place for the kind of security we want.
I don't know. You certainly managed to keep me in the dark.
But not for long, and since you want to be with Alex...
You're right. I won't leave him for an instant.
Well, people are going to be wondering where you are, right?
I suppose so, but
So
who
that's
cares?
why we need an excuse to keep you out of sight for a while.
An excuse? Ryan, I don't answer to anyone. I'm a grown woman. I come and go as I please.
That's right, but we have an assassin on our hands, a very shrewd one. Now, he's probably been watching you very carefully.
Oh, that's a comforting thought.
He may have even followed you over here, and if he hasn't, believe me, he eventually will.
Then I'll move in here right now. If he hasn't followed me yet, he won't have a chance. And if he has, well, there's nothing we can do about it anyway. Is there?
I believe there is.
I won't leave Alex.
I'm not suggesting that you do. But what I do have in mind is a little more secure than this hospital and a lot more romantic. How about a yacht cruise, hmm?
On a honeymoon, darling.
Kevin?
Well, Iris Alex is much improved. If Ricky and Shelley are willing to go along, I don't
Will
see
we
why.
ever? I mean, if my services are required. If it won't be too much of a third wheel on your honeymoon.
If you're the third wheel, then I guess I'm the fourth.
So, we have a first-rate nurse and a security guard. So what do you say, Iris?
What does my wife say?
Your wife says, when do we leave?
All right, that depends on the security, huh, Rick?
Sooner the better. Shelley, let's get the gun.
Hello?
Merry Christmas, Courtney.
Merry Christmas! When will we see you?
I'm going to have to miss Christmas dinner with you, Courtney. I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
I'm afraid there's no time to go into it now.
Kevin, this was our first chance to bring you into the family.
Yes, I know, and I'm terribly sorry, honey.
Kevin, I know Grandma's been giving you a hard time and everything.
Oh, Courtney, you don't think I'm avoiding her, do you? I've got a medical emergency.
Well, what is it?
Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just that I have to be here.
Kevin? Why won't you tell me what it is?
I just told you, honey. I haven't time to explain.
You sound strange.
I do.
Yes. The other day you had some unusually confidential matter you wouldn't tell me about. Is this another one?
Look, sweetheart, I can't talk about it right now. I'll see you as soon as I can.
Something wrong, Courtney?
Nothing tragic. But Kevin won't be joining us for dinner.
Oh.
Medical emergency.
Well, I know you're disappointed, dear, but you're right. It's not tragic. There'll be other holiday dinners. I'll just have to set one less place for this one.
Life of a doctor's wife, huh?
A doctor's wife-to-be. And this doctor's wife-to-be also happens to be a doctor.
You understand, then, huh?
Of course I understand.
Do you?
Will you stop it? I mean, we're doctors. Sometimes you miss your beauty sleep, and sometimes you miss Christmas dinner. It goes with the territory.
It just seems by your reaction that there's kind of more to it than that.
It's not the medical emergency. It's Kevin. There's something wrong, and I don't know what it is.
They used to call that generation gap.
Oh, very funny. No, he's under some kind of really strange pressure, and he won't talk about it. It's like there's some, I don't know, some secret. There's more than what he's telling me. I can just feel it.
Well, doctors are supposed to keep the patient's privacy, right?
We're colleagues. We've worked together as a team. And medical emergencies aside, this was supposed to be a new beginning for us. Kevin's debut performance with my family.
Oh, and you were expecting rave reviews, and now you get a no-show.
Nobody ever said he was perfect.
Oh, wait a minute. You sure as hell did. I mean, I thought that I didn't have a chance competing with him.
You know, there's room for more than one surgeon in this field. Jeb, the funny thing about it is, I didn't know you were interested in this career.
Wait a minute. I don't want his job. I just want his girl.
Barry. Oh, come here.
Max, wait a minute. You're going to smother the man, Barrett. Barrett, I don't know what to say. It's a dream for all of us. I can't even imagine what it is for you.
I'm not sure myself.
You just take it easy, honey. It'll be real fine in no time at all.
Everything's changed, Rena, but not you. You look the same as you did when you and Justin were going together.
Thank you.
Rena never changes.
Well, looks can be deceptive, honey.
Sometimes they can tell the whole story.
Maybe so, but in this case you were wrong. Because you are looking at a leopard who has changed her spots, all right. The fact is, we're heading into Houston right now so Rena can make up with her mama. Now, if that isn't a big change, I don't know what is.
Oh, Lord, what a little holiday spirit can do.
Max is right, darling. My mother and I are starting off on a new foot even before New Year's Eve. I think that's his Christmas spirit, don't you?
Well, I'm all for that. I think it's a little hard to swallow, though.
Well, swallow it, old buddy, because it's true.
Rena, you might have changed, but these are the same sparks that were flying between you all 10 years ago.
You're right, honey. Just sometimes makes it difficult for people around him to act their age.
Especially when the people around him...
Okay, never mind you two now. If I can manage a ceasefire from both of you, maybe you could stay for dinner. Okay?
No, you're kidding. No, well, Rena wouldn't miss Christmas dinner with the folks for the world. Would you, Rena?
You said it, honey. Good night.
Night,
Bye.
all.
Merry Christmas.
Dinner!
Ricky, take him straight to his stateroom, will you, please?
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing, Iris, nothing. I just want to see how he weathered the trip. And, I want him to rest. Shelley?
Kevin, when I came to see you in your office
Iris.
the other day,
Please. Under the circumstances, you had every right in the world to feel the way you did. I'm the one that should apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, Ed. Oh, this must be a terrible shock for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wheeler was critically wounded, but not fatally.
Yes, ma'am.
But there were security problems, so word was put out that he was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of like Mark Twain.
What?
The reports of his death were highly exaggerated.
Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
if this all ends well, I might forgive you. Might. But I am not inclined to appreciate your humor or Mr. Twain's just yet. Oh, good grief.
What's wrong?
Well, I invited Elliot and Dennis and Paige for dinner.
Look.
They could be here at any moment.
Call Dennis and stop him right now.
Mr. Carrington called earlier. I think a car just drove up to the dock with them in it.
Oh, Ryan, what can I tell them?
There they are. Lovely.
You're just in time.
Merry
Eggnog.
Christmas. Eggnog, love it. Tastes like beer full of pollywogs. Love that
Rena,
stuff.
would you
Striker.
like one?
Merry Christmas, Mac. Let me take your coat, honey.
Okay.
Well, was Santa good to my little girl today, huh? Did he bring you what you wanted?
Uh-huh. He gave me your good health, and that was the only thing that was on my Christmas list.
Oh, that's sweet of you, darling.
Hey, Striker, how'd Santa do by y'all, anyway?
I have an idea that you know the answer to that question already.
Well, I couldn't help but noticing that you didn't make it back to the cabin last night.
You got good eyes, too, son. Vicky and I spent Christmas Eve in front of the fire here. We also made a few New Year's resolutions. One in particular, we're going to give our marriage another shot. Aren't we, lady?
I think that's what we said. Rena?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Looks good.
Pops. Dad.
Well, now, let me be the first to congratulate you, Mr. and Mrs. Bellman.
Thank you.
Thanks, Max.
It's nice to hear. Congratulations.
Thank you, honey. Oh, Max. Let's you and me go and tend to this eggnog. I think it needs a little less egg and a little more nog.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Right through here.
Well, the whole wall opens up.
I got a whole room full of nog in here, you know.
Thank you for your good wishes, Rena.
You don't have to thank me, Mother. I hope things work out for you and Stryker.
And thank you for coming today. It means a great deal to Stryker. And to me.
You don't have to thank me for that. I wanted to come.
There's more that I'm grateful for, Rena. I don't think I have to tell you how much well, your decision at the board meeting meant to me.
It was only fair.
After everything that's happened between us,
It was a business decision.
the Rena I knew wouldn't hesitate to use business as a weapon to vent her anger by having me removed from the presidency.
Well, I guess I'm just getting more professional in my old age. More of a competent businesswoman.
Maybe. Maybe more of a woman and less of a little girl.
I've been grown up for a long time, Vicki.
Oh, Rena, dear, that's not an easy thing to do. Sizing yourself up and deciding to make changes. It takes a lot of guts. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You saying that also takes some guts.
Not when it's true.
Even someone who's been your enemy?
Rena, dear. You were hurting. And people in pain do all sorts of things. But you've made this a very happy Christmas for me. There haven't been too many of those. Well, most of them I felt locked out. You know, the nose against the window pane. Christmas was always other people with the roaring fires and the families, but this Christmas is for me. For us. Thank you.
You're a little premature, Mother. You haven't opened my Christmas gift. It's you. And you. Merry Christmas.
Trimming the Christmas tree. You were 9 years old. You
kept it?
Hidden. Out of sight, out of mind, I thought.
Why didn't you tear it up and throw it away?
I tried. I just couldn't. I guess I couldn't bury you completely.
You know something, Rena? I don't think I felt as peaceful and excited all at once. So hopeful about the future since the day you were born. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I don't understand, Mom. Forget?
No, darling.
Obviously not, son. After all, she has returned, hasn't she? Iris, where have you returned from? You've been away a while.
Yes, I was. I was away.
Mom, is something wrong?
No, darling, of course not. Why do you ask?
I don't know. You just seem...
Almost giddy.
Giddy? Oh, you mean lightheaded. That is the case, Elliot. I'm a little under the weather. Actually, I telephoned you to cancel our dinner, but I missed you.
Well, what's the problem?
Well, I'm quite sure it's nothing serious, darling. Quite sure. The holidays are simply proving too much for me.
Well, I guess I can understand that.
Well, of course, so can I. But wouldn't it help to spend the day with people who care about you?
Yes. That is, under normal circumstances. But then we don't have anything remotely resembling normal circumstances here, do we? No. Thank you both, but I've decided to take a cruise. Perhaps a little distance between me and the place where it happened will help me forget that it happened at all.
Do you think that's realistic?
What do you mean?
Well, running away won't help you forget. You just can't pretend it never happened.
True. But I can dull the pain at the very least.
Will Mr. Connor be sailing with you?
Oh, no. Ryan simply helped me make the necessary arrangements.
Iris, when we arrived, we saw an ambulance pulling away.
An ambulance. Now, I told you I'd been feeling lightheaded. Well, I'm afraid there's more to it than that.
Mom, something is wrong then,
No, darling. I've just had a few dizzy spells lately, so I was admitted for observation at the hospital.
Why didn't you let me know?
Well, I would have if there'd been any reason to, but there's nothing wrong with me, darling. It's just stress, fatigue. I'm afraid I haven't been handling things well.
Well, you've had a lot to handle.
And you know how it is around the holidays. It's a difficult time for people who find themselves alone.
But you're not alone.
You know what I mean.
Well, I hope the sea air, the calm and the quiet will all do wonders for you.
I'm just sorry to leave you two in the lurch on Christmas Day.
Oh, we understand, Mom. Whatever you need.
Thank you, darling. I do need this more than you can know. Now, you're going to have to excuse me. The captain is eager to get underway, and I still have some legal matters to go over with Ryan. Merry Christmas, darling.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
Yes. To you too, Elliot.
Merry Christmas.
And please, don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Now, where are you going?
Oh, I don't know, but I'll let you know when I figure it out. And don't worry about me, because I will be in touch.
Well, listen, you take care of yourself.
Yes, darling, I will. Bye-bye. How did I do?
I think I should arrange a career for you on the stage, Iris.
That's a relief.
I'm not going to rest until you and Alex are safely out at sea. Bon voyage.
Merry Christmas, Ryan.
Merry Christmas.
Well, this is a Christmas I never thought I'd live to see.
Well, I knew you would. Didn't I tell you so?
You sure did, honey. I thought that was just wishful thinking. If I'd known you were a soothsayer, I guess I'd have been more relaxed about the whole thing.
Well, here's to the Christmas you thought you wouldn't have, and here's to all the other ones that we'll be celebrating together.
Yeah, together. Oh, with both my girls. That's even a bigger surprise than just being here at all. You have made me the happiest man in Texas.
That's the way it should be. No one deserves it more.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
You just enjoy it, Daddy, as long as it lasts.
You mean Christmas comes but once a year, so come the 26th of December, watch out.
Something like that.
Now listen, you two are going to be too busy making up for lost time to have time to be going after each other the way you used to.
No promises, Daddy.
She's right. I don't think promises are necessary. If we follow our instincts, I think we'll be just fine.
I don't know, Stryker. Two beautiful, talented women following their instincts. I better watch out.
Now that's typical male logic. Women are people who are just itching to claw at each other. Really? Max Decker, you're one man who just might turn out to be wrong.
Now, I have told you before, I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
Now that sounds like a man who knows what he's about. About to get into deep trouble.
Uh-oh, well, in that case, I better rectify that. I shall propose a toast to being proved wrong for the very first time.
And to Christmas after Christmas, just like this one.
Anyway, Atlanta, the thing is that what I want to do... I almost had... Oh, no. What, are you going to fire me? Huh?
No, I'm not going to fire you, but I think we have a job that is better suited for your talents. I have a job for you. Sit down. For moi. Oh, why, thank you, little son. Now, how about a song? What do you just think?
A little more meat off there.
Just for me, for you.
Got a plate? Here's one. Yeah, please. Courtney's name.
Tired?
Bushed.
Guess you'd have to be.
Thanks for understanding.
Barrett, everybody understands.
I don't see how they can. Not really.
It's because we love you. I mean, it's like you've awakened into a whole new world. Your father's gone. Your baby son's not a baby anymore. It's a lot to take in one day.
And that's part of it, all right.
What else?
Everybody keeps saying this is a dream come true, Jenny. It's a dream, all right. That's what scares me. I'm afraid I'll wake up in that jungle again. I'll remember this Christmas dream like all the other dreams. All the other nights. And the morning will be like all the other mornings. Hot. Dirty. Alone.
You are here. I'm real.
I touch you. I feel you. But
Barrett, give it some time. And then one child more.
During all that time, I thought of home. And you. That's why I wasn't even sure if the home was a real place or something I just conjured up to keep myself from breaking into little pieces. Now I'm home. But I'm not home. Not yet. It's real. But it's not real. You've waited so long, Ginny. Will you wait a little longer? Will you wait for me?